Yo, 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 yo. Pyramid plot from the bottom to the peak. Ash weaving lies, truth ain't weak. Naysayers squawking, no new speak. Scheme crumbling, hope shattered, bleak. Promises of wealth, gold feathered truth. OnPassive dreams, scans hollow booth. Eyes unblind, it's time to sleuth. Escape the web, find proof in youth. Time to bounce, leave the cold zone. Scheme falling, let it be known. Naysayers truth, our daggers thrown. Ashes kingdom, we're breaking the stone. Digital deceit on passive streets. Scams run deep, feel the beats. Investors cry, no way to eat. Unmasking this fraud, no repeats. Ashes words, smoke screen facade. Promises broken, dreams all charred. We've woken up, we're off guard. Breaking free, cut the cord, charred. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Yeah. Lies exposed, truth widely spoken. Chain reaction, web is broken. Freedom's here, scams out in the open. Naysayers rise, no more coping. Blocks falling, schemes broken, ash got them choking, wallets getting stolen. Promises of gold, dreams been molded. Naysayers expose lies, truth unfolded. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. OnPassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. OnPassive's a joke, no need for babble. Promises, illusions, they got you in a daze. Webs out flashy, but heart full of haze. Fake riches, paper castles in a blaze. Ashes, empire crumbling, end of the craze. Naysayers in the streets, ash skim unravel. Wake up out the cold, time to travel. Speaking code, let the truth rattle. OnPassive's a joke, no need for babble. Spinning tales in the dark. Got folks in trance, hypnotized by the spark. Dim truth, peek and find your mark. No riches here, just an empty park. Preaching progress or reality twisted. OnPassive dreamers, naive and misfitted. Broken promises, karma never resisted. Naysayers stand, tell how we existed. Still you'll catch your time, night. Naysayers don't play, we speak what's true. OnPassive scheme ain't meant for you. Ash got plans to steal your soul. We won't lead you down that hole. We rock, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. Naysayers rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey, Ash and his game wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. Ash and his gang wanna take what's yours. Pyramid built with hidden doors. Claims of wealth, but it's just a lie. We naysayers, we don't buy. We won't be silent, gonna raise our voice. Speaking facts, ain't no choice. Break the chains of a dirty scheme. Naysayers live in a dream. Promises of gold, but all you get is smoke. Ashes empire, just a joke. Naysayers stand up, keep it real. We cut through lies like sharpened steel. We work, you know we won't stay by. Won't steal your cash, your time ain't mine. Ain't mine. They say us rise, we shine so bright. Truth cut deep in darkest night. Hey,
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello everyone, and how are you all doing today? Happy FriYAY to my sayers of nay, the day where we all get together and we talk about what is going on with OnPassive, things that maybe are just a little bit too small for me to make videos out of or stream about, but they're fun anyways. We have our usual meme review, and I am going WTF again, and we are going to see people kissing Ash, and we're going to hear from Tanya this week. It's been a little bit, you know, she's been a little bit quieter than usual. Maybe she's learning. We can only hope. And we have some new updates today, which is wonderful. Everyone is just so excited about the new updates. So we're going to be getting into that as well. Albs is here, and it to scam it as always. And Salami Nugget, hey, 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 hey. And Jelly Snack says, hello, everybody. We are here. Yes, we are here. And Violet says, hello to all my favorite bimbos and bimbros. You are the best. No, you are, Violet. You're the best. And Joe says, greetings, everyone. And Sherry is here. And we have OnPassive Chris Johnson. And we have On Fusion T Marty DeGarmo. These guys got to get on the same page here. It's just like when they do their webinars and they contradict each other. It's great. It's great. And Ella is here. Good to see you, Ella. And Mark is joining us. And he says that Ella is on her third glass of wine, so he takes no responsibility for her comments. It is okay. It is a great day to be on your third glass of wine on a Friday. I will not judge. I hope Ali pops in tonight. He might. He might. Who knows? I was about to say something bad when I saw... Oh, my. Well, I don't know what that was about, Joe. It's completely cured the chlamydia I got on my road trip. Awesome. The carnivore diet did? Were you talking about the carnivore diet? Yes. Marty was 100% right about the carnivore diet. We both are fabulously healthy now. Yes. Yes, I'm sure you are. You definitely look it. Chris needs to wear his glasses. That would be helpful. And yeah, so I think we should just start as we usually do with our amazing, lovely OnPassive meme review. Meme review. That's right. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm running out. I'm not going to. So there's that. We have this amazing picture. It looks like the world is in the sky. And then we have a bunch of robots. One of them is floating, holding a briefcase. And we have a bunch of birds. And they look like they're flying away. You know, just like Nelly Furtado's song. You know, I'm like a bird, only fly away. That's all I could think of when I saw this picture. Is that these birds do not want to join OnPassive. Down to our last 1,000 memes. They keep making more. Is it the flat earth? Oh my God. Birdemic. If OnPassive had this many birds, it would be to give everyone bird flu. All right. They only do harm. Then we have this one. We have a robot. It looks almost like a crash test dummy, though. In a hospital bed, we got many robots around. We got a nurse who appears to be fixing the dummy with her cell phone. So that's good. I guess you don't need Western medicine for a dummy, though, right? So, oh, bless, it says, it has the lovely oh, bless logo. A community to support good causes and ideas. And I can't help but notice that the IV seems to be connected to one of the nurse robots, so I'm a little bit worried. About what is going on with this. Wasn't there a movie by Alfred Hitchcock about birds like this? Probably, Chris. Good to see you. Happy FriYAY. Probably. Sounds like there might have been. Yeah, the bird. See, Mark B knows what you're talking about. Oh, bless is the patient, and the surgical robots ran out of power, so they needed the IV. That would explain it. Although it's like liquid fluids here, liquid fluids. Yes, it's liquid fluids, everyone. It is liquid fluids in the IV. And I've had a long week. It's been March break. But I don't know what the robots would need that for. Maybe it's oil, just very clear oil. That would make some sense. It's like the Tin Man. But you know that crash test dummy is just like, save me. Like, actually, like from the people that are here. Yes, it was a horror movie. Then there's a really bad, it's good B-graded movie called Birdemic. The hospital meme is really disturbing. It's like the Borg assimilating founders and taking over their minds. Oh my God, that's exactly what's going on. That's Ash Mufar's next plan. That's what he actually plans to do with OnPassive. I love you, OnPassive, my great CEO, Mr. Ash, sir. We are so in it to win it, please. Prayer, help Indian founders. Pecs? Active founders? I don't know what that means. I can't help anyone peck anyone because that doesn't sound good. Seems like we need the birds for that. Active founders love many, many hearts. I think I got them all. Many, many hearts. Many, many robotic people in this company, which is why they probably make these memes. It's windshield washer fluid. Yes, that must be the med beds. I'm assuming that that's what this is supposed to be because I don't know what else it would be. Why you would want to do this? Like, I guess they're saying helping people with their health because that's all they've really been doing. They have little mini fundraisers for people when they get sick without oh bless, proving that they don't need these products in order to help people. But here we are. So they're like, oh bless, brings you med beds. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Then we have this one, and I couldn't remember if I showed you guys this. It's, I believe, from Valentine's Day. And it's another one where you can't help but be like, is this supposed to be a young Ash? But it doesn't really look like Ash. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just somebody giving people flowers. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. Happy FriYAY. It just looks so funny because like the flowers are bigger than he is. And he's quite a strapping young man. But, every time I see one of these, I can't help but be like, are they trying to make it so that when we see this picture, we think it's Ash? Or is it just a random person that just happens to sort of look like Ash? Or they're trying to make it look like him. And we have this, their favorite cup, always not just half empty and half full, just fully empty, just nothing in it. OnPassive founder Shaw. And he puts his face on the mug. Maybe I should start selling this as merch in my shop. Okay, I'll just slap this deco right on the side of a glass. Maybe the OFounders would buy it. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, I don't know what we were doing. He better be lucky with those flowers, right, Joe? A urine sample? You know what? It does kind of look like that because the background has a lot of yellow. So you're kind of like, not the best color choice when you're showing a mug. I will admit that does imply that. But I wouldn't drink from this. I think I would be horrified. Then there was a lot of this one going around this past week. It was everywhere. There was 2 or 3 Facebook groups where they were really posting this one up everywhere. It was all over the place. So as you see, it's kind of like a collage. You know, we got a couple pictures, but then on the left-hand side, we have a bunch of people's names, OFounders here, with their pictures. And every single one is in a different font. like there are 2 that are in the same font. And then the pictures use different fonts. It's driving me crazy. It looks like a slot machine or something. One of those arcade games where you like press a button and it goes up and go ding. So we have this picture. We are so in it to win it. Big news on Passive. I don't know who this guy is. I'm kind of like, but who's that? Is that again supposed to be Ash? I hope not, because like that, I don't think that looks like him. Maybe a younger Prince or Michael Jackson, you could say. But, you know, and there's a lot going on in this weird picture here with the heart arrows on the side. And I believe a mint candy just kind of hanging out at the bottom there. 8 Mile between Van Dyke and Hoover Chris. But it's just too much going on again, as always. And so this picture, I believed was the original because I was like, it has all of their names and all of their pictures. But then I found this and I was kind of like, well, wait, what's this now? Because, you know, you got the pictures there, but they're different pictures now, and none of the names are listed, but it's the same 2 pictures on the side, and then it's like a collage of these, right? So then we also have this on Passive with, it looks like a glass heart, and it says 2.0 with the logo, the ecosystem logo, and it has the butterfly on it. You know, it's not the ugliest one that they've made, I guess. I love OnPassive. Late Valentine's greeting? Maybe. You know, it does scream Valentine's Day when it's hearts. A lot of flowers there, though, but you know, it's like a field in the picture, in the glass with like the random butterfly. But OnPassive 2.0 is what I believe the idea of this is. And I guess butterflies, they do, you know, symbolize rebirth. OnPassive 2.0 is all about waiting for OnPassive 3.0, right? Yeah, a company with heart, you know, a company with heart. Chris is filling his cupboards with TDC, Tiny Digger condoms. Yes, he is. But yeah, it's just a lot. I don't know. Like, it seems like each of the pictures do. They all have different pictures of OFounders. So I don't know why they didn't put the names on there, but at least it's less font. So, you know, at least there's that. Then there were, of course, some of the OFounders posting, as they always do. They go all day and night long. Some of them, that's pretty much what they do with their days, is they wake up, they post on Facebook, they watch the webinars, They go to bed. They do it all again. So this is from good old Bobby in the OnPassive Nation. And he says, I honestly cannot wait for Ash to come and say, let's go, go, go. So excited. It's coming. He just honestly cannot wait. Oh, can't they give it a damn rest? No, they cannot. Prepare to wait, Billy Bobby. Prepare to wait, Bobby Joe. Bobby Sue Joe. Then there's this one from, I'm going to butcher this name. It's from the group called OnPassive. Just OnPassive. And don't worry, it's all in capitals, Tanya. And it's Monisha Actor Niche says, Ash Sar, I think it's supposed to be Sir, will give us good news in a few days. The OnPassive founder family is waiting for this. And I was like, okay, March 7th, you say that? I believe you. Hopefully something comes. There was also this one from the day before from KH Muralidar. And this is from the OnPassive, the OP Global team, Dubai. And they say, OnPassive company coming very, very soon. Shake the world, internet. Shake the world, internet. OnPassive, that's right. A few days has stretched into 7 years. It really has. And it just keeps on stretching. And remember our dear friend Carol from the last couple weeks? She's a little new, but she's been making the rounds in the Facebook groups most recently. And she was the one that did our story time last week. She was very busy, very busy. She posts, no pain, no gain. By, I think that's supposed to be triumphing. But it's triumphing. Without difficulty and harsh time, there is no glory. Keep your heading, faith, and dreams. Kiss, smile, kiss. And I'm just like, okay. And attached, she posted, hustle and tell your haters, ask if you're hiring. And as you can see, there was a lot of laughing emojis in reaction from people that are in the naysayers because they were like, we will never ask you if you are hiring at OnPassive. Also, OnPassive only really hires a tech team, allegedly, and then doesn't pay them for like 9 months while they expect them to work around the clock without sleeping or eating for free. And while they brag about it on stream. So, does anyone really want to work for OnPassive? We're not going to join it either. None of us want to be an OFounder. I don't think you could come up with a technology that would change our mind. If Ash Sar becomes a pandemic, will we have to wear masks again? That's right. That will never happen. Very soon, like 6 years ago. She posted again saying, OnPassive is a beacon of hope for humanity. We are going to empower and uplift everyone, one by one, until people get their pride back and their total freedom. Freedom of time and freedom of money. And with that, she posted up this amazing picture of a lighthouse. Why was it a lighthouse? I'm not really sure. I don't know. Because it's looking for the launch and it cannot find it in the wavy sea. I don't know. How can you hustle in OnPassive? You can't even cha-cha in OnPassive. Cha-cha-cha. Things are happening. Yes, things. What things? We may never know. But the things are happening. They promise. All those things. Probably behind the scenes, so many things. Always happening behind the scenes that we'll be told about soon. One day. It's also coming, that day too. It's coming as fast as the launch is. I promise. He'll tell us everything. Freedom of time when you dump this jank, right? It's like, I think they're already failing the time freedom when they expect people to go to webinars every single day and log into the OES at least once a day, but they urge you to do it several times. We are now the official sponsors of the cross-promoting police summit, apparently. Soviet-era nuclear-powered lighthouse. That looks like an asteroid hit. I'm surprised Ash hasn't used that excuse yet. Freedom of time, trapped within OnPassive. Looks like a craft from first grade. It's probably an AI picture. It looks a little AI-y. Then there was this one, which made me laugh a little bit, because this person's like, I am from Bangladesh. When will there be an OnPassive office in Bangladesh? And I'm like, never, because all the other offices, they've been shut down. The only office that is remaining is the P.O. box and the office in Ash's house. And for all we know, that one could get lost too. You know? Never, never, never. See, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry. But I thought it was kind of funny because I'm like, could you imagine being like, when are you guys opening an office here? Because they have a very large community there that they've signed up. And their whole thing at the beginning was that they were going to open an office in every place where people were signed up with a larger team. And I think it was a very big incentive at the start for people to like build their teams in that community, because they were under the impression that when they built a large team, then, you know, an office would appear there. And it did kind of work, right? Like Hyderabad, they opened an office there. And then they did like the Burj Khalifa and etc. But it was like, we don't know how or why all these offices were opening, because it wasn't like this was expanding or making any money. Didn't have products to sell, so it was just a bunch of offices opening to legitimize it. And then again, like I said, I think it was also an incentive to build teams up in certain areas, like Bangladesh. So now he's like, these people are like, we've done it, so where's our office? It's like, ooh, now's not the time. Maybe just hold that thought for another 7 years. And OnPassive is illegal there. I think they forgot that. Yes, the bank has put out warnings and has basically banned OnPassive from there. So they are not going to be getting one there. OnPassive should buy WeWork. There have been more posts like this one. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. But this person did post up and say World Police Summit, 13th to 15th of May, OnPassive Media Partner, and it's being shared around. I know we've already talked about this, and Lynn has already touched on it as well, like we spoke about last time. But people are, of course, still sharing this around. The funny thing is, again, if they are sponsoring it, that would be Muhammad Kamal's OnPassive office, not the one that anyone in OnPassive right now that looks up to Ash is a part of. Now, I'm pretty sure Ash was in Hyderabad and Dubai because those are the places he could exploit the people and laws. I think so too, but he told them and gave them the impression that if they built up their teams, he would put offices there, and that was why he was putting the offices there. So they were like, oh, we just got to build up our teams, and then we'll all get an office. It's like, that shouldn't be how that works. Should be your first red flag. Something very weird is going on here. So I'm not really sure. You know, I already kind of touched on this with you guys, and we went over the whole thing and how it appears to be listed on a website, but I don't know if that's the current one, because then when you go to the page that they're sharing out for this year's summit, it's not listed. So maybe we'll just have to find out. I'm trying to find out right now. I can't find much information on it. So I don't think that they are sponsoring it. World Police Summit 2025, sponsored by an organization that has criminal charges pending, right? That's why I'm kind of like, are they though? Like the Dubai police are investigating them. And then the World Police Summit's in Dubai. And so the Dubai police are kind of helping put it on. I don't know if it's like a third party that doesn't look into this or what, but it would be hilarious to think that this is happening. And then Mohammed Kamal has to come back from Egypt in order to be there. And then he ends up arrested at the World Police Summit. That would be a great time for everybody. Because of the carnivore diet, Marty was able to tell his doctor to take his job and shove it. Lord. They haven't done the carnivore diet thing in a long time. I'm wondering if they're even still on it. Haven't heard much about it at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'm looking into it. It's going on right now. And what's weird to me is Ash was just out here, right? And just addressed everyone. And as you're about to find out, he has also done an update in the back office. Did that yesterday. We're going to go through it and everybody's reaction to it and everything. Don't you worry. I feel like if this was going on, right, and Ash was a part of this, we would have heard about it. It would be talked about by him and posted in the back office. So I think it's a little bit weird, you know? I bet they couldn't keep paying the grocery bill. Probably not. I do wonder how he and his family are coming up with money now, you know? Then we have Pankaj Kumar posted an OnPassive Nation 2.0. Hello, my friends. For those who are wishing and dreaming and visualizing that our company designed by Mr. Ash Mufara will not going to be here to help all of us, and by extension, the world is going to be sadly disappointed. The handwriting is on the wall, and those of us who are plugged into what is happening can read the writing on the wall. There are mass confusion and turmoil for those who are wasting their energy on something that is inevitable. The launching of our company is very close to happening. We who believe are happy, even now, because we know what is about to happen. Those who don't believe are getting more nervous each day that passes by, as our company and believers are primed to celebrate. Thank you so much, John White, sir, for the valuable sharing. And it comes from India, posted on March 11th. And they posted it with this amazing picture. It looks like he's running for president or something. I trust Mr. Ash Mufara a lot. It looks like a card that my daughter would make me. Mommy, I love you a lot. All the way to the moon and back. You are my favorite person in the world. Sounds like the card that she gave me for Mother's Day, you know? I trust Mr. Ash Mufara a lot. And trust OnPassive. You have to be patient and trust OnPassive. If there is one thing we're sure about, you definitely do need patience for OnPassive. That's about the only true thing that they're saying. OnPassive, hand pig wavings to you. I'm getting very nervous every day. OnPassive Nation 2.0. Is this an official Marty DeGarmo group or a cheap knockoff? That one, I think, is a cheap knockoff group. Ash looks like he's constipated. He kind of does in this picture. They always pick the weirdest pictures of him that make me go, why did you choose this one out of all of the pictures? Like, you landed on this one. Because usually you try to make your leader look good. You know? You pick a picture where somebody looks good. You don't pick a picture where he looks constipated. Yet here we are, and he's looking constipated. And then under it, it says Mr. Ash Mufara, in case you didn't realize that that's who that was. And it has the logo, and it says OnPassive. It's like very nice. That's like a campaign sign people put in their yard. It really is. Red mentioned today that he paid a fortune to activate all his accounts. He's officially the OnPassive Pattyhurst. He probably did. I trust the guy who has literally never delivered on a single promise and has been caught lying several times. Like about the World Cup sponsorship, right? And they'll be like, oh, well, it was beIN Sport, so it was like close. And I'm like, that's not what you were saying, though. Got to the point where FIFA was like, can you please stop? Our OnPassive team actually won the World Cup. Honestly, like, that's not that bizarre. I could see them saying that and being like, we won. Just like they tried to say that Ash was at the inauguration and he was like right next to Trump. But it was really just them putting his head on other people. And then like taking screenshots and being like, there he is. I thought I heard I was needed. OnPassive brand laxatives, always needed. Red's question and answers always crack me up. His answer to everything is, I don't know, right? He'll like go on a big rant, but then he'll be like, but guys, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Ash will let us know. Happy FriYAY, Angel. Good to see you. Bubbles the cat. Good to see you. Says, I love how Marty is talking shit on the light shows and Supercar. I can never say this word properly, but I'm sorry. Saying the marketing responsibility is on the founders to get that out. Funny, because they talked the light show up big time. Yep. It's true. Love OnPassive. Oh, we're just copy and pasting the same comment over and over. I got it. Now, this one also comes from the OP Global Team Dubai. It's great fun, this one. Dear all founders, OnPassive, make sure to put it in capitals, a huge multifarious task mission. Imagine calling it that every time. A huge multivarious task mission across 200 plus countries. We're back to being on over 200 countries. Is worth noting that it is a salute commendable assignment to our CEO and his team. And I'm like, a commendable assignment? We're not in the army, sir. This assignment is not a very easy task for any person, but our CEO is carrying on the ride to success without looking back. This is a very unique, unknown, tough task to introduce in many countries with a lot of hurdles, obstacles, challenges, compliance, legality, perfection needs to be seen from all angles. What does that mean? Your guess is as good as mine. We are all so blessed that we got this platform and we all part of this revolution along with our CEO and his team. He doesn't have a team. You're his team. We are all winners one day when the perfect system is in all ways in its place. We are all only supporters from outside the system, but the main creator, CEO, and his team, who are all witnessing the practicality functioning on a daily basis, you can say 24 hours round the clock. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who's witnessing the practicality functioning on a daily basis? 24 hours round the clock. Him. We as supporters give much strength to our CEO and his team to accomplish the huge hurricane task in their hand. Did you hear that? They're controlling the weather, apparently. Waiting for that day to happen very soon. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for 7 years. It's been very soon for 7 years. And we need only to have an official communication by way of pop-up, or our CEO will come and announce officially. Hashtag OnPassive, hashtag the future of internet, hashtag Ash Mufara, hashtag humanity, hashtag Zakir Hassan, hashtag OnPassive ecosystem, hashtag AI. And he was feeling excited. Feeling very, very excited. And with it, he posted this beautiful picture of this robot pointing and it has a road sign that way to OnPassive. Hey, founders, don't give up. I am coming soon. Be ready to fly. Maybe that's why they kept posting birds. I don't know. I don't know. But it's another owl. Every time I do this, we see different owls. It only makes sense to Red that Ash would have talked to everyone if things were about to start happening, because Ash has literally never told people stuff was going to happen and then nothing did, right? I know every time he's like, oh, guys, he came out and talked to us, so that means things must be about to pop off. And I'm like, do you not remember at the beginning of this when he came to talk to you like almost every day and then nothing happened for like 5 years? Like we just forgot about that, I guess. What the what? That my thoughts exactly, Susie. This has to be AI written. No human would ever use multifarious. It looks like John Travolta dancing. He's like, grease lightning. Go grease lightning. You're burning up a quarter of a mile. Grease lightning. Sorry. You bring up John Travolta and you're either going to get me singing about grease lightning or I'm going to go into a big rant about Scientology. And which one do you want? There was some news with John Travolta about Scientology recently and some stuff going on. And yesterday was L. Ron Hubbard's 114th birthday. OnPassive is a huge and massive company that operates in over 200 planets using AI to auto-translate alien language. That's right. That's right. Oh, brother, what a load of bullshit. Exactly. I really think Red gets the award for thickest founder, and that's a tough prize to take home. I think it's because we also expect more from Red, because a lot of people do see Red as one of the more intelligent ones, and it's not just because of his UK accent. That's not why. It's because he seems to be the quickest thinking one out of all of them. And he does have an education and a career that he had, apparently. But out of all of them, he's also the most well-spoken. You know, when he used to do streams with Marty and Chris, you would really see that a lot. So I think people also expect more from Red. So he's more disappointing when he continues on. You know, you expect it from Marty and Chris more. And I think a lot of people are kind of hoping one day Red's going to wake up. He'll wake up and leave this thing, you know? The Jelly's like, for me, it is the accent. It's nothing else. He's an idiot otherwise. It wouldn't be OnPassive without unicorns. There's just so much going on here again. The OnPassive ecosystem 2.0. We have the standing tall throughout it all. We stand with Ash button that they keep putting on things. You know, we got some logos thrown up everywhere. We got 2 purple and blue unicorns here, or pink unicorns. OnPassive CEO Mr. Ash Mufara, uplifting humanity. Stay tuned. 100%. Like 100% bullshit. But a 100% peace rocket explosion. It's a lot of explosions. OnPassive is going to explode. Andy Burks and Comfort Comfor are the densest founders from the UK. Red has given so many exit speeches for failed scams, he's got to realize this is never going anywhere, especially with all the delays. Red is the only one that doesn't look and sound like a complete doofus and goofus, but then he tells you what he thinks, and you're like, yeah, not a lot of thinking going on upstairs. It's a really good thing we're going to be reacting to Red today. You guys apparently really want to hear from him. I agree. Those two are so dense. But yeah, a lot going on here. This is more the OnPassive memes that we're used to. You know, they usually look like this. I'm a little lazy. Maybe they're taking our advice and not making them so crazy anymore. But then we get to this one. Another OnPassive unicorn one. And I don't know why you would do the font like this. It's driving me insane. it's yellow and you can barely read what it's saying. And again, with that picture, I don't know if that's supposed to be Ash or if that's the founder. I think it might be the founder. But let's try to figure out what it says. So right here it says, Marty, it's a quote from Marty, "You have many, many people behind you, Ash." And then Ash, in response, says, "Thank you. I can assure you they will not be disappointed." I'm like, yeah, that's like what he always says. Joe's like, I can't read it. Chris wouldn't be able to read it either without his glasses. You know? So I really had to blow it up, and it took me a little bit to kind of get through it. Because there's also like random quotes everywhere. It's not fun to read. Then there's another little part here. And it just says, "I am one of those people." I don't know what that means. I don't know what people he's talking about. One of the people that won't be disappointed, I guess. I'm assuming that's what it means, but it's OnPassive, so we may never know. But this is their latest unicorn monstrosity. So I made my own. The OnPassive unicorn. Something is not right. This was actually a post that was posted up that was kind of making fun of autism. It said, "I'm not diagnosed yet, but I'm still not right." And I said, we're going to make that a better meme because I don't like that. So I took out those words, and now it actually is funny. And it says, "The OnPassive unicorn. Something is not right." Violet says, "My Little Pony OnPassive." And it's just an intro on repeat for like hours upon hours, 20 hours a day, just the intro playing. Because, it's coming. Then we have this post. OnPassive OFounders. Marius, welcome to the naysayers. OnPassive is a scam. OnPassive is a scam. OnPassive is a scam. That's right. And I loved that post. Yes, I did. I was like, that's right, Marius. OnPassive is a scam. If you told me there was a heavy overlap between the OnPassive community and the Brony community, I would believe it. I probably would too, Alps. You're right. It would make sense, wouldn't it? We definitely wouldn't argue it. We would just be like, yeah, no, that's probably true. Marius is a naysayer. Shame on him. He's going to get booted out of these groups now. I've gotten booted out of a couple of them. They keep finding me. I love the fly, cockroach, and snake, right? Right? We got OnPassive is a scam, fly. OnPassive is a scam, roach. OnPassive is a scam, snake. I don't know why I said that like South Park. It just happened. You don't get the spider? I think it's supposed to be a cockroach. I'm assuming it's a cockroach. But I might be a spider. And that is it for this week's amazing episode of OnPassive Meme Review. That was great fun, but we're not really done with the memes yet. There's a couple more that I would like to show you, but they are in video form. So, oh, I see a spider, not a cockroach. It does make more sense to be a cockroach, though. You're not wrong. As Albs is pointing out, the spider doesn't really make sense now, does it? There was a very, very fun meme posted up of Ash this week that Salami sent me. It's a good one.
The studio when my PJs don't leave the light on. Oh, here see me doing my thing. They be like, young nigga, right on. And all these finance flings ain't my type. It's more like a typo. I cut out the fat like lipo. I'm good love. It's a different way. It's cyclone, Simo.
Look at his hat. He's got a crown on. He's the king. The king of stupid. Sam says, I'm here. So don't panic. I am so glad you're here, Sam. We were all panicking.
don't panic.
We're like, where's Sam? I don't know why they made this, but I do like it. I do like it, you know. It's you can't say it's not gangster. You know, we have hashtag OnPassive done deal. It's coming. I think it's supposed to say coming soon. It's just hard to read. But the Ash Mufara, like, it takes you a second to realize that that's an A there. So at first I was like, shh, Mufara. And I was like, oh, no, wait, that's an A. You know, sometimes it takes a minute for your eyes to adjust on these. Because, like I said, there's so much going on. You just don't know where to look. But I was like, I like it. This is gangster.
Hit the studio in my PJs, don't need a light on. Oh, here see me doing my thing, they be like, young nigga, right on. And all these finance flings ain't my type, it's more like a typo. I cut out the fat like lipo. I'm good love, it's a different wave, it's a cyclone, Simo.
Sweet says, oh, Lord, he's a king now? Apparently. So that one is great, great fun. I really do like it. I've saved it. I have it forever now. It now belongs to me. So I really like that one. The next one that I want to show you actually comes from a naysayer channel. And it popped up on my timeline randomly. And I was kind of like, what is this? I'm going to post the channel in the chat. It is Global OnPassive Live. And it made me giggle quite a lot. I might have to play it a couple times. It's pretty short, so pay attention.
Fuck you, Ash, I will eat the OnPassive golden apple loco. Kiss my asshole, you fucking asshole, I move far away.
And it was entitled Ash's Nightmare because of Muhammad Kamal stealing from him.
Fuck you, Ash, I will eat the OnPassive golden apple loco. Kiss my asshole, you fucking asshole, I move far away.
I love it. I think it's great. Make more of them. There's a whole channel of them right here. He's posted a few, so go and check it out. Of course, when you're done here, you can go tell him that he owes you a drink, Sam. But I was just like, oh my God, I love it. I love it so much. It might be a little bit nightmare fuel-y, but I love it.
Fuck you, Ash, I will eat the OnPassive golden apple loco. Kiss my asshole, you fucking asshole, I move far away.
So I thought you guys would like that. I was like, oh my goodness, what is it? It like randomly popped up too. That happens to me sometimes. And I was like, oh, a video about OnPassive. It's really super short. And then I was like, what did I just click on? What the heck was that? And then I went to the channel and there was more. So make sure that you go and subscribe. But you know, after that nightmare fuel, I think what we need is some dancing diaper babies.
We believe in tech so wise like a new dawn, promises that we'll be seeing, bright new paths we walk upon. Oh, every day it grows, OnPassive's love it shows. Flows, bringing us what we chose. Innovation we are feeling in the air and in our hearts. Success stories now are weaving, lighting up our daily charts. When days are gray and the skies are dark, a guiding light, it leaves a mark. Through every storm we keeps us on the mark. Oh, every day it grows. OnPassive's love it shows. In every code it flows, bringing us what we chose. In a world so fast and fleeting, OnPassive keeps on giving. Opportunities never ending, bright dreams now are living. In a world so fast and fleeting, OnPassive keeps on giving. Like new paths we walk upon. Innovation we are feeling, in the air and in our hearts. Success stories now are weaving, bringing us what we chose.
Dancing diaper babies. We love them. We love them. But Bill Must is still MIA. So we hope that he comes back to us soon. Thank you, Bubbles the Cat, for $1.99. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you. So, as I mentioned earlier, there has been an update. So I thought that we would, for future updates, start a new segment. OnPassive Ecosystem Update! That's right. There has been an update. And everyone is super duper excited for the update. We have Mahinder Reddy. Something is going to be big very, very shortly. Said by Red Redford. So they were expecting something to come. Bill must get better soon. Yes. Yes. But the response to this was great fun for all. So this person says, only Ash know. Red don't know anything. And I thought that was great. I was like, they do constantly tell the O-founders, only Ash knows what's going on. Nobody else knows. Only listen to Ash. And then again, as I keep pointing out, Marty, Chris, Red, Julie, all these people keep coming out to do these videos and updates. Even Gersminder does a lot of these updates. And it's like, well, you're kind of telling them not to listen to you, though. So we've been waiting for someone to kind of point that out in OnPassive. So it was great fun to see this. It's pop-up time. It's pop-up time. It's massive. That's right. She was expecting to get late. Oh, my. Maybe not said by Red Redford in those exact words, but, He says it all the time, though. He's always like, something's about to come. Again, especially since Ash showed up. So this person goes, Ash don't know either. And I'm like, finally, some truth here. Ash doesn't know shit either. I agree. But Ash, my man, I think you're experiencing some pushback from your people here, sir. So this person responds and says, I am tired of motivation, talkative from Red and Marty, Chris Johnson, the three jokers. And this person says, exactly. And I was like, yes, we are all sick of hearing from the three jokers, but they are the top of the chain, if you will. So unfortunately, they're the ones that get all of the updates. They're the ones you're supposed to be listening to. Marty and Chris will have Ash on their show for the updates, so It's like you kind of got to put up with them. Sweet's like, I like these people. These people, they're okay in our books, especially since they're calling them the three jokers. I like it. I like it. And like I said, the pop-up showed up and everyone went crazy. Here we have Masad. Check your OES. New pop-up. Chris Johnson, of course. Very important message in your back office. Update section. And this is why I'm kind of like, they don't even need to check their OES. Like, they should, instead of checking your OES every day, just wait for these guys to post on their Facebook page. Then you'll know when something's going on. They'll tell you. Julie comes in to say, new pop-up in OES. And Nuno, good old Nuno, comes on as well to say, new pop-up on OES. In fact, he was so excited to tell us, he had to share the exact same post twice. Then we also had Muhammad Ashraf Ansari, which imagine your name being Muhammad Ashraf, and then you're in OnPassive, Lord. And they say, new pop-up, boom, message, check your OES. Get ready, new chapter, hashtag win with OnPassive. And he was also so excited to post this that he did it twice. And it's not like they wait a minute or two or a few hours to repost it. No. They post it up and then right away they re-share it. And I'm like, you didn't even give them a chance to see the first one. Then we had a couple people posted this up. Obviously, somebody had put it. I couldn't find the original. I could only find the post, like, posted up by, like, several people. It says, new pop-up. Go check it out. And we have this weird Disney-looking dude with his thumbs up. I don't know. It's probably AI. Probably AI. Goofus, Doofus, and Stoofus. I like it. Now we just got a who's who out. You know, which one's Goofus and Doofus and Stoofus? I feel like Goofus should maybe be Chris. Doofus should maybe be Marty. And Stoofus is for Red. But tell me if I'm wrong. Their idea of important is so different from mine. It's so different from everybody else's. Like everybody's. Then there was this. Alert. Please do not take any screenshots. And then they got this lovely little picture of Ash, which I've now added to my collection. Isn't it beautiful? You know? Bubbles, thank you for the $4.99. Meant to send more originally. Thanks again. You've done enough. You're all good. Thank you. I appreciate that. His thumbs look weird in this picture. I can't stop. One of his hands look really mini, like they're the size of Trump's hands. They're really teeny tiny hands. And the other one just looks so giant. But I love this. I'm keeping it as a sticker. But again, I do find it funny that they are telling people, please do not take any screenshots. They mean of the back office and the message. And the reason why they don't want people to take screenshots or to share the message out is because they want the traffic to go to the OES and log in. Right? If somebody shares the message out, less people are going to go get the message themselves in the back office. And obviously, they must be making something for getting clicks or getting traffic. I'm not sure, but I feel like that's a big reason. Is he hailing a taxi low-key? Well, you know that he wouldn't be allowed in an Uber. So we have a couple videos to go through as part of this segment where we're going to be hearing from Marty and Chris, and then we're going to be hearing from Andy, Jean, and Red. That's right. And I just want you to remember that we weren't supposed to share screenshots. Now, I had to actually fix the sound of this. Alrighty, I had to fix the sound because this is what Marty's stream actually sounded like when he was going over the message.
Hold on to the past. It won't help in moving forward. That's why it is sensible to expect positive transformation. Obviously,
and I know you guys probably did not hear that. I don't know what happened to his sound while he was recording the video for this, but I had to fix the sound, so it might be super loud. I am sorry, but it was the only way that we could hear everything.
there was a fantastic pop-up. We do know.
Let's go. Come on, stream. Lord.
There was a fantastic pop-up. We do know that
We haven't gotten there yet, Violet. Don't
some
worry.
people having trouble logging in to look at the pop-up. So what we did was,
Yes. People were having trouble logging in to look at the pop-ups. Don't you love that? Like, how are we having login issues again? Lord.
is I copied it and I'm going to go to it here. Normally, I don't put the pop-up on our live. I asked if it was okay, but Mr. Mafar is not around right now, so I'll find out later if it wasn't.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Marty. Don't want to get in trouble. Mind you, he doesn't care when you make illegal income claims, so I'm sure he'll also let this slide. Joe says, oh, a few months back, some founder yelled at me for screen recording my logging into the OES. Yes, they don't want anyone to show it. Which is funny because I'm like, but you're supposed to be selling it to people. So do you expect people to buy this without seeing it at all? Like, that's weird. Don't you think? Like, I would want to see it and go and try it out.
But anyway, hold on one second.
Jacob, please be quiet. Sorry, I read lips. I'm partially deaf. And that's what he's yelling right now. He's yelling that.
Okay. So, like I said, good morning. Let me go over what the pop-up did say, and I'll try to read it as we go, but you can read for yourself. Here we go. Pretty powerful. I loved it.
It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful, guys. You guys ready for this pretty powerful update? Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks. Good job.
Fast. I can't read it that fast. I'm going to let people read it.
You want me to read it?
Oh, okay.
All right, let me see. Let me get my eyes focused here. I'll try this. See what we can do here. I'll try this.
Chris says their definition of powerful is so different from ours. All right, let's go. Did you guys remove yourself from the stream when you added the video with a share screen? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Guess what?
What?
They don't hear us narrating it anyway.
No, I couldn't hear you talking, so.
Okay, you do your niceties, and I'll narrate it live.
Okay.
That sounds good.
And I'll come back.
And just a reminder, guys, we don't normally do this, but because they're working on the system.
You'll notice Marty has a new picture. Yeah. Yeah. New picture.
A lot of people aren't able to see the message, so we're going to go ahead and share. But let's do the niceties first.
Yeah, that's why they couldn't be heard, right?
Notes. Good morning. I love you, DeGarmo. Good morning, all of you. I love you.
Mark says, pretty pathetic. A world-class business relying on stupid pop-ups to a limited audience to sell their vision. Exactly. And then you're not even supposed to show people what's in the back office and you're supposed to sell it to them? Chris, put on your damn glasses.
You welcome TikTok. Today's Seeds Academy PNG. Ash Mafara is, if you see in the pop-up, one of the things that we keep telling you he's saying. He said it again. I'll let you read it. Marty DeGarmo and his family, myself and my family.
Pray for them.
People fighting and beating cancer. Tom Taylor, stage 2. Let's pray. Dane and Darius, Robin Noble. Here, let's keep these.
Now, as you can see, I did fast forward through a lot of his prayers, but those are the ones that we're used to hearing about. We know that Robin Noble isn't doing well, and there's a few people that are battling cancer right now. And of course, he has to tell everyone every time to pray for Marty, himself, and Ash Mufara. You know, that's the most important prayers ever. Bubbles the Cat says, what are your guys' guesses for the new products? Obviously, they will be way below market value, but part of me wonders if Ash is just going to come out with some free products and say, okay, have fun. Well, the Recovering Hunbot did release an article on hunbot.net that did say that they were going to do like an O Connect, but it was going to have way less users, so it's not going to be 10,000 anymore, and that it would probably sell for about $75 a month. So it would be a little bit cheaper, but like that still doesn't add up. I think that they're still going to try to go ahead with the products that they had the last time, according to them. We'll have to see. Hey, Baron, good to see you. Happy Friday. Ash is about to flip the switch and then bing, bang, boom. We're all instant billionaires. That's what they seem to think.
Prayers going. Again, Ash Mafara is extremely happy that people are praying. You see in the message, it says prayers keep them coming. They're working.
Are they though? Like, they've been praying for over a year, and they just went through a bunch of shit. So I don't know if those prayers have been working.
Discuss this pop-up yesterday. We kind of touched on before the pop-up came up. Very important message, straight from Ash's mouth, not ours, which I love. I think it's an exciting pop-up. It's also a making awareness pop-up. It's very, very good. I myself have only read through it real quick because it was a goofy morning and we're already late, so we didn't want to keep that going. But as soon as Marty gets done, we will. He was going to narrate it for you because we can't even get that right this morning. We're all discombobulated, if that's a
wait until you find out what Marty was doing.
Word. Just to let you know, that message, what I read, what it sent was exciting.
It's exciting. Let me guess. Their definition of exciting is way different from ours. I got you.
It was about letting you know that things are happening. Don't wander. Remember I said, don't sway, please stay. I guess some people have not a good thing. I mean, he points it out. He said,
on Monday, we're going to be covering a couple new MLMs that have been poaching people from OnPassive. It's not just Vibe anymore. And this is really upsetting all of them. This is why they're flipping out this week about people leaving.
I said this a couple weeks ago, too. You know, you can do what you want, but don't waste your money on foolish things. I think he answered everyone's question in this pop-up. Very, very important. That he said it, I believe.
Okay.
Because it needs.
You think he answered everyone's question? What was the question?
To be said from him. Praying for those people that they change their ways. We don't want to take advantage of anybody. 100% on passive is what we do. You're doing other things.
We got bad news for you, Chris. Guess what you're doing. What are you doing right now? Taking advantage of vulnerable people right now by doing this very live.
That's fine. You just don't cross promote it to other people. And that's been going on miserable. And I'm not going to lie. A lot of people are upset about it. I got a lot of messages saying, why? I don't have the
even Marciana's pit
answer to those whys, why they're doing it. I could give you my opinion, but I would rather not. I would rather not because I don't want anyone to be mad at us for being honest. I don't want anyone to dislike me because it's my opinion. So I won't give my opinion on that. But you know what my opinion is?
Okay.
Stay with it. Stay with this company. It's an amazing company, and don't sway from it. It's one of those things that you're in it. You've been in it for either from 2 years to 7 years. Don't throw that away. I've seen people that did a lot of work in this company for the last 5 years, and they said, and they just gave up.
But is it work that's actually helpful? Because this company has changed so many times over the past 5 years. People have been promoting products that like aren't even in the works right now. So like, is it actual work that you would be upset about walking away from? Like, where did it get you in that 5 years? It didn't get you any closer. Like, it's not like the 5 years that you put in actually turns into something today, you know? Because this thing isn't going to be launching. So you're basically just running around doing all this stuff for nothing. So is it even work that's worth doing?
I don't know why. I never would put that much work into something, just give up. Why do they give up? Because they listen to other things people say.
It's sunk cost fallacy again, huh?
Listen to what the truth is. The OAS says it all today. We say it every single day. Red says it every single day. And other leaders, not leaders, loudspeakers we'll call them, say it. We don't have no leaders. We have people that believe in this company and want to just tell you the truth and what's going on. Don't sway from what we're saying. Don't sway from what this message Marty's about to read. Don't twist it. Ash says it in there. And I love every one of you. Let's make this an exciting day. Marty, are you ready, Mr. Spielberg?
Mr. Spielberg, no, I'm not, but it's loading. Here's what I want to say.
Okay.
I don't want anybody to think, because people want to twist things around. You need to make money. Obviously, go do it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing.
Just don't go and join another MLM. But here's the thing. You guys preyed on a lot of people that had been in MLMs before. Okay? A lot of the people in OnPassive, all they know is MLMs. So when you say to them, do what you have to do to make money, to them, that means go find another MLM that will pay out right now. And the issue is your community supports this way of thinking, right? You support the network marketing industry. You claim you don't, but that is what you are. You're an MLM. So you can't be all shocked and like, oh my God, what's going on? When people that are in this then go and join other MLMs. It's not the same as like if someone in my community were to come in the chat and be like, hey, Queen, I just joined Live Good. And I would be like, what the fuck? You've been hanging out here? Like, you should know. Your community promotes this way of thinking and the cognitive dissonance and the manipulation and the lies and the hustle culture and all of it. So when you're heavily promoting that to your community, again, you can't be surprised when that ends up being all that they know. And that ends up being what they fall back on. It's like they think, oh, well, we'll just tell them that our MLM is the only one they're allowed to be in, and then they'll all go find other jobs. But you preyed on areas where jobs are not available. So all there is for them, as you have found out, is things online to make money with. It's just a sad reality. So when you tell those people, oh, well, go get a job, they're sitting there like, dude, there are no jobs here. Like, I'm in PNG right now, and I'm doing whatever I can to make money, but it's not like I can walk down the street, hand in a resume, and get a call back. And it's like, you don't get that. So you're like, what? Why do they keep joining MLMs? This is so crazy. It's like, Lord, what do you mean? Joe says, Marty, please go back to your normal background, please, right? It's not like it hides the chair. It only hides like one corner of it that keeps coming in and out the whole time. It drives me nuts. Don't join Live Good, though. Come talk to me if you're thinking about it. This is what disturbs me. We can have a laugh at OnPassive, but these guys are scammers and try and talk people out of leaving the scam. It's unforgivable and unethical. It is. And especially like doing this push and pull with them of, okay, you're allowed to go and seek other ways to make money. Oh, but then these are the only ways you're allowed to do that. You have to follow our rules, so it has to be a job that you go and get, even if it's working at McDonald's, but you can't apply for another MLM. And I'm like, since when did you start controlling what these people do outside of OnPassive? That should be a huge red flag for anyone in this thing. It should let you know that they're starting to set it up now, so that not only are they telling you what to do when you're in OnPassive and you're at their webinars and you're in their Facebook groups, but they're even going to tell you how to make your money outside of it. So just proceed with caution if you're in this scam.
There's something that, if you look at levels and people make a percentage, whoever has the most gets the most, and all how that works. Yeah. I left that industry 6 years ago.
No, you didn't.
And it was an industry that I learned through my...
You're a fucking liar, because OnPassive was literally promoted as an MLM when you joined it, Marty. Like, do you think that we don't have all of that proof? Do you think that myself and the recovering Hunbot haven't already reacted to Aj Mufarah's first ever streams about this thing? Where he literally came on here and was like, we're doing a multi-level marketing company. It was an MLM until 2022. And then you, like I said, you guys realized that there was people who don't like MLMs. Took you long enough. And then you started to say, oh, actually, we're not an MLM. No, we don't call ourselves that. That's not what we are, even though your business model is an MLM business model. And as I pointed out, it doesn't matter what you call yourself. The business model is what matters. And you're sitting here going, oh, recruiting people with levels, that's what you claim that you're going to do, although you're going to do it with CAPMO and automatic targeted traffic instead of what? Going and recruiting people, but at the same time, you tell people to share links so that they can have people click on the link and come in. What do you call that, Marty? What do you call that? When you go to someone and you say, hey, come join this, here's a link. Again, just because you don't want to call that recruiting doesn't mean that it's not recruiting. Just like how when you guys were calling money apples, everyone knew you were still talking about money. You weren't fooling anyone.
With Mike and Dan, how to manipulate it to make it work for our benefit. We knew when we shared something that we're going to do better than everybody that brought us in and that we brought in.
He's telling you right now why he joined this with Dan Street, and good old Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Like we've been suspecting, he figured it out. You have to join early, and he knew that if they brought their team over here, that they would be putting themselves in a position above everyone else. He's going to go on to say that they joined OnPassive because OnPassive isn't like that. But it is. That's why there's early bird founders. And then later on, there'll be what? Just regular OFounders? Don't fool yourselves. Don't let him fool you. He's telling you right now why he joined OnPassive with Mike and Dan, and how he brought his large team over here to be in a position where he is above all of you watching these live streams they do that are in OnPassive.
More than likely, you might get a couple, and that bothered all three of us. So I prayed No joke. I prayed for something to come out that everyone can win. If I do really, really well, okay, good for me. But if I'm the only one doing very, very well, and the people that I'm communicating with,
It's funny because he's the only one that's been making money off of AdSense and OnPassive and being paid under the table by Ash in the last like 7 years. Did he leave because he didn't like that they were the only ones able to make money by doing YouTube over the last 7 years? Because as I keep pointing out, the average person in OnPassive doesn't have the same following on YouTube as Marty does. So he's already put himself in an advantage over everyone just with that. He's literally lying to your face, telling you, oh, I don't like that. In the meantime, that's exactly what he's doing here this whole time. What do you mean you don't like it when only you can make money? He says, as he collects $8,000 under the table. Were other OFounders in this thing? If you just joined in June 2022 and you're barely at the webinars, were you making $8,000 under the table every time you posted about this? Probably not. So if that was true, Marty, then you would have walked away from this thing by 2020. Ella says, these guys treat people so abysmally. My own brother actually thinks very highly of Marty. They manipulate and take advantage of kind, naive people. Criminal. It is criminal. It is, and at this point, Marty and Chris are almost just as much responsible for this thing as Ash is. You know? How many times have we heard this, right? It's just another version of his story over again. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Friday. He never seems to elaborate how many years he has been scammed. I know sometimes he'll say 15. Sometimes he says 20. He'll be like, I was scammed for 20 years, and then I found OnPassive. You should believe me. This thing's going to be it. What these people do to people like your brother should be criminal. It should be. Should be. And not even a smooth criminal, Thomas says.
are not doing, don't have a chance, that hurts. So Mike Ellis, for one, he went back and worked with his brother. And I'm talking hard work. I know a lot of people that did it. Hold on 1 second. Jacob, come over here and sit down. It's been 30 seconds, so he already forgot.
Not the mama.
Sit down. Anyway, so now this finally loaded.
Jacob, stop being a kid in your living room. All right? Grandpa's trying to scam people on the internet.
Like I said, we don't normally go over what was said in the back office, but people are having trouble logging in. I think they're slamming it. So I want to bring it up here. It's nothing that everybody doesn't know.
They're slamming it. So in other words, Marty's saying that too many people are trying to log into the OES and the servers can't handle that many logins. And I'm like, yeah, sure, Marty. I'm sure that's what it is.
And it was pretty powerful. I love it. So anyway,
Powerful.
Here we go. I did narrate it, so God have mercy.
As long as says, just put the fries in the bag, Mike. So Marty, instead of just sharing the screen and like figuring out how to share the screen and read it at the same time, Marty went off and recorded a video of him reading it to us. And the entire video, you can't hear a word he's fucking saying. It's like, it's major low volume, as I showed you guys before. Like, you literally cannot hear him. The entire thing is
Go on
this.
to the past. It won't help in moving forward. That's why it is sensible to expect positive transformation. Obviously,
Yeah, he's reading through that. And since I'm partially deaf, I have all this extra stuff to make my computer super loud so that I can hear it. But I can barely hear it. Okay, like I was sitting here, everything turned up to max, and I was like, oh my God, I still can't hear this. So I had to like up the volume on it like crazy.
Anyway, here we go. Here we go. This is the pop-up in the back office. Some people can't log in, so we decided to play it on our live. Get ready for a new chapter. After decades of being in business, I grasped that success is impossible without drastic changes, and that we shouldn't hold on to the past. It won't help in moving forward. That's why it is sensible to expect positive transformation. Obviously, by changing nothing, nothing changes. Yes, absolutely change is inevitable. So embrace it, because the best is yet to come. Without a doubt, what is coming is better than what has been gone, what's gone. That's very powerful. Certainly, we believe that the future is very bright. Wonderful updates are on their way. That is why you want to stay tuned, because something...
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Marty, please tell me it's somebody else teaching your grandchildren how to read.
exciting is coming.
Jesus Christ.
It is always expected that with many good updates, someone will try to twist things around and
It's Marty. Marty's always the one that twists it around.
manipulate the situation. However, let's not get distracted by any nonsense. Rumors will always be rumors. Be advised to stay away from non-credible sources.
And how do we define non-credible sources? Because a lot of people would argue that myself and the recovering Hunbot are far more credible sources than you guys and Ash Mufara. So what does that mean? Does that mean we advise you to stay far away from anyone that is not in OnPassive? Is that what you mean by that?
We all know what that means.
Do we?
Stay away from non-credible sources.
Oh, so yeah. Stay away from me, I'm assuming. Stay away from me, guys. I'm very dangerous. You know, when you bring up that litigation and you read it on your screen, you open up a whole can of worms. Marty had to hurry. He didn't know how many prayer requests Chris had. It's true. It's true. Did Zephyr write this crap? It honestly, sounds like Marty wrote it. Like, you're the only one who's mad about these things. A credible source is one that says this is never happening, right? Like, a credible source is people that tell the truth. So don't listen to Ash, then.
Also, be aware that some alleged leaders are harassing our beloved family members by promoting some garbage programs across our community.
Once again, remember, OnPassive was originally supposed to be for people to sign up with their businesses, to help promote their businesses and bring traffic to their businesses. But now if you're in OnPassive, once again, you can't be in any other MLM.
To be clear, we do not endorse this baloney and meaningless gimmicks.
What?
In fact,
Wait, we do not endorse this what?
to be clear, we do not endorse this baloney.
Baloney? We do not endorse this baloney. This baloney. Again, Marty, I really hope it's not you teaching them how to read.
And meaningless gimmicks. In fact, we condemn these unethical acts.
Oh, Lord. It is. It's baloney. But, whatever. Ella says, so basically no one is allowed to do their own fact checking. It's like living in an autocratic state. It is. It's exactly what it is. It's exactly what they want. It is a cult. So you can only get your information from inside the cult.
It is pathetic to see them taking advantage of our desperate people, knowing it only serves a few and hurts the rest.
Okay. That's what OnPassive is doing, though.
Stay focused on credible and productive actions. Let us dream big together. It's possible and it's coming. Boom, baby. I love it. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Wow. Lord. Chris says, I had a bologna and mayo sandwich today. It gave me less indigestion than this. Oh, hearing Marty read is hard. It's hard to get through.
The word was baloney, Marty. It was just funny how you said it.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I said it like I was. I got a jungle gym going on here. Parrots and freaking cats, and
Okay.
I'm not the mama. You guys have no idea how
It's funny because we never heard any noise in the background of your video. You know, it can't be too loud. But because of the noise in the background of your video, you forgot how to read the word baloney? That's what you want me to read?
I don't
Lord.
know how I get anything done.
I had 4 women in the house today. My kid's mom, my daughter, and Shiloh and Belly. 4 women, 2 dogs, but oh my God.
Speaking of women, Thomas just said it's coming. Words no woman has ever said about Marty.
I forgot what that's like.
Okay. No, you know, I
Powerful.
there was a lot of concerned people, people that have stayed loyal about some of the stuff going on. And I'm so happy that I always said this to people. Ash is watching. When people think, oh, he doesn't know, trust me, he knows. Even while he's juggling, and he's a world-renowned juggler. We didn't know that. Like he said, you know, last year, what could go wrong went wrong. Internally, externally, in front, behind.
Ash is watching. These people are supposed to act as if Ash is always watching them.
Whatever. And mainly aimed at Mr. Mufar and the company. Now, that means it was aimed at us. So I'm pissed over it. But to all of that, as said, thank God it happened. Because now he sees he's got the right people with him.
Who?
And I believe he feels confident. He's with
That the last time too, though. Like, let's be real.
the people that can build this dream for all of us. And I want to say, you know, I really proud of everybody that sticks with it. And I think of my situation, and it's not good. But I tell you what keeps me focused.
What?
Knowing that billions, not millions, billions and billions are living worse than me.
Knowing that billions of people live worse off than you are in a shitty situation keeps you focused? That's kind of a weird thing to say, isn't it? Like I'm sure that you can say something along the lines of other people have it worse than me, and that makes me feel grateful for what I have, maybe. It's just the way he went about it here, it sounds like he's like, oh, thank God there's billions of people doing worse off than me. I can really focus now that I know that.
Billions. So
Billions.
It makes me think, you know what? I'm blessed. We're blessed. And I want to tell you something. You know what really helps? I can at any given time sit down in a meeting and chit chat with friends all over the world.
Thought they
On
were
trivia at night, it's my time to relax,
They just got demoted to friends again.
and we have fun. Sometimes we get bashed. Sometimes we're raked through the coals. But I tell you what, it's just like one big happy family. Really, really, really.
Yep, just like one big happy family. Marty really likes to play trivia every night with people, you know, so that he can pretend he has a family. Because those 4 grandchildren aren't enough. That wasn't the end. Andy and Red and Gina Leva went live to let us know what they thought about the amazing pop-up in the back office.
A little bit here. We've had a lot of quietness from our CEO over the last 4 months, seen him very sporadically, and that is done by design. And when we saw him on Friday, he was bringing up some really interesting and good points, and one of them was about laying bare the crooks and thieves with evidence of what has gone on to cause what happened in that first phase of OnPassive. Now,
thieves.
It's vitally important that is.
They're really into this whole like we were stolen from thing. It's weird. Remember that Ash made fun of them for going to Golden Corral instead of the Michelin star restaurant that Ash suggested? He wouldn't even pay the
with
bill.
evidence and all the rest of it. Why? Because I really don't think, for some, not for the dedicated people who understand and who have been on the OnPassive journey, but mainly for the people who aren't quite sure and for new people who are going to come in to OnPassive.
Right, Chris says there's a lot of quietness by Ash for the last 9 months. I mean, compared to what we're used to, because he used to go live almost every day.
To have the evidence and honesty behind what has gone on so that they can literally draw a line under it to say, listen, this happened to us. Here's the evidence, what happened.
Oh, Red is back, and he totally moved from his boat to a house for the rich, King says. I know, he's in Warhammer's house. It's really weird. Mark B says, always someone else's fault, but Ash was supposed to be in charge. A real CEO would have been booted out a long time ago, right? Yeah, like no one would be putting up with all this. Well, if you're watching everyone, you don't want to draw attention to yourself. It's true. He's very busy just watching everyone at all times. While he's also working with his team to make all these products and in meetings with lawyers all day. I mean, just never stops.
Happened. I was a victim.
Then he's getting beat up all the time. I mean, it's endless.
Same as everybody else. These people did whatever they did. Blah, blah, blah.
Joe says, yes, Queen was kidnapped and held at that house. I was. There is a video of that still up on my channel if you have no clue what we're referencing.
What we've done now is we've done this and we've done that and we're moving on to do what we're doing. I think that is an important part of the next phase of OnPassive. I think it's important that we can draw a line under that.
How long have we been hearing Red talk about the next phase of OnPassive? I feel like Red's been talking about the next phase of OnPassive for like 3 years straight now. Like, is it ever going to start, Red? Or
and say, yeah, that all makes sense. We can relate it to the timings of where we were in OnPassive over the last year, and it will all make a lot more sense.
Will it?
He said that's...
Or if you want, you can go to hunbot.net. You can know right now.
Not going to be a secret for much longer. This is why I get the gut feeling that we are now going to be moving shortly into the next phase. Now, whether that entails...
He does, eh, Ella? A little more depressed sounding than usual.
Opening our doors once more, or whether it is giving us a time frame of how it's going to pan out. I'm not quite sure. But certainly I believe there's going to be some
I'm not
movement very
sure.
shortly. It makes sense if you...
I don't know, but I'm not sure. But it might be soon. Hopefully he'll tell us.
Analyze it a little bit, you think about it. Seeing him on Friday, him saying about kind of what is happening and how we're moving forward. He mentioned having the new team around him that have got the same vision as he has, whereas before other people were going off in directions that weren't aligned with what he was trying to do. Now he feels a lot more confident and all the rest of it. He also reiterated once again that...
I'm like, which part did he not want to do? Like the Burj Khalifa? Because the thing is, Muhammad Kamal was really supposed to only be in charge of like the O media area, you know? So it's kind of like, what things did Ash have a problem with that were happening back when Muhammad Kamal was here doing work for OnPassive? Because Ash seemed to really like everything that was going on, especially with the O media. And like the OnPassive blog used to update on O media stuff pretty much only. That's like all we ever heard of it. So it's like, where was this portion where Ash wasn't happy and didn't support what was going on with that? Because he was all for pretending that you guys were sponsoring the FIFA World Cup and everything. He was all for all the Burj Khalifa and the Ferris wheel ad and all that other stuff, the Dubai Mall. He used to brag about all the stuff that Dr. Susan and Muhammad Kamal were going to. So it's like, when was this time? Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. When was this?
We will look back at 2024 in the OnPassive journey as a really good year. Now, many of us here would probably think 2024 was shocking, really, wasn't it? It was like everything fell to pieces. Again, if you analyze it, looking back, having it...
And the thing is that with everything falling to pieces, your CEO then was unable to self-reflect, take accountability for what went wrong, and then plan for in future in case these issues arise again. And you guys are all like, that's fine. We'll just keep going forward. Eventually it should work out. We'll be able to launch. Right? And it's like, no. Like, how do you know, Red, that this won't happen again? How do you know?
Happened when it did has probably been a huge blessing in disguise, because if we'd have carried on moving forward, it literally could have crippled the company. And having it happened in 2024 when things...
It was actually a good thing that everything crashed, guys, and we lost all of our products and the launch failed. It was actually a good thing for us.
Things were very new and very small, I suppose. Then we can change, rejig, get rid of old, bring new.
Mark says, Red's pissed off because he can't talk about the colors on the OnPassive website anymore, right?
In all the rest of it, and literally learn from our mistakes. He
also can't do the 360 recaps anymore when Ash shows up because he's not really coming to those.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gene's on the same page here as you are, but I'm a great believer in things happen for a reason. Now we you know, there are no coincidences in life, and at the end of the day, Ash had this vision, and this vision is to help humanity. Now we've had a stumbling block, and there perhaps the reason why we didn't go ahead and things didn't progress any further was because of that blockage. But that's worked actually in our favor. It's like,
do you have IBS? Do you know a lot about blockages?
Losing your job. I remember losing my job in Dubai years ago and thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? But actually,
I feel like maybe we need to do a deep dive on Andy Burks. Let me know if you'd be interested in that.
It allowed me to move on to something much, much better.
Okay.
And I think that's exactly where we are with OnPassive. The system says if we'd have gone along with the system as it was and the people that we had in place at that time, all
Okay.
hell would have broken out by now. So
Says who? It's so funny because like they don't even know what happened according to them, right? They're like, we have no clue what happened, but we can assure all of you that no matter what happened, it was definitely good for all of us, and we should be really grateful that it stopped happening. like we don't even know what we're talking about. Damn it! The hell. Andy had a job. Well, it was in Dubai, he said. So, you know, Andy seems like he's been grifting for a while. I feel like we probably have enough coverage of Andy that we could do a decent deep dive.
Thank the universe for being able to create and allow us to move forward to the place that we're now at without those bad influences. I'm sure you'll agree, Gene, but I'm sure you have other things to say as well.
No.
Mark says these three look so fed up, but they're grasping at straws just in case there's some money to be made. FOMO, right? There's a lot of sunk cost fallacy and FOMO. Like, we don't want to leave because we've put in so much time and energy into this thing and money over the last 7 years. Like, we don't want that to be all for nothing. And also, what if I quit today and then tomorrow is the day they launch? Right? And they're just constantly stuck in that state. And then every once in a while, somebody comes and dangles a carrot in front of their face. Like, ooh, it might be right now. And it just makes them more manipulated somehow. I didn't know Dubai even had a Waffle House.
I totally agree. Basically, Ash was way ahead of his time, way ahead of the world, right? So he had this amazing vision, and in his innocence, in his enthusiasm, in his
innocence. Listen, this stupid system, this automatic Catmo system he's trying to make for you, he's been trying to make that for the last 20 years. It's the scam he keeps doing over and over and over and over and over again. Legitimately. It's exactly what he promised at iPro Fusion, GDI Fusion, Ash Max, all of it. Every single thing that he's done has basically been what OnPassive is today, but like not as big, right? But it's the same idea that there's going to be some kind of automatic system that is going to sell some kind of products and make you money. He even did it for other companies like GDI, Global Domains International, right? It's like he's been trying to do this for 20 fucking years. So maybe 20 years ago, Gene, he was ahead of his time when he first started it. Maybe if he started back in the 90s, then he would have been a little bit ahead of his time. We weren't yet getting those emails saying, try our system today. It will only be $99.99 and you will be a millionaire by the end of the week. So, he might have, I'm pretty sure he used to do those as well back in the 90s, early 2000s. But right now, if anything, he's 20 years behind. I don't know how you've convinced yourself that he's ahead of the game, as you're literally doing video conferencing every single day. You guys are like, wow, Ash coming out with O Connect, so innovative. It's like, what the fuck? Gina's okay. She will grip this till the end, right? They all look so pathetic trying to cling to this dead dream. That's what it is. Jean, the scamming machine. Jean is completely deluded. She's away with the fairies. God help her husband or partner if she has one. All of the guys in the comment section that are single are going, I sure hope not.
His joy to help the world. He opened his heart and shared it all. And the world wasn't ready for that.
There's allegedly some hammering going on here. So I apologize if you can hear that in the background.
The companies the ethical, clean way of being that we're trying to bring to the world is the rest of the world is not there yet. And so he was ahead of his time. And
yeah, no, you're right, Gene. No other company or business is trying to be clean or ethical. No, not one.
And always will be, I think. But this was a wonderful learning experience that if
Violet says they can't make up their minds. Ash is a genius. Then poor Ash is a naive victim. Then he's a visionary, right? Doesn't it drive you insane? It's like, okay, well, he can't be all of these things at the same time. Like, he really can't be, though. They all contradict each other. What are you talking about? Right? Like, you can't be some kind of genius who knows everything about the business and can't be fooled, while you're also a naive victim that got taken and stolen from, apparently. It's like, what are you talking about? He's either one or the other. You got to really pick one. Mr. Level hopes she's single. I think he likes Julie more. Even Red looks confused at what she's saying. He kind of does. There's a couple times while she's talking in this that Red kind of like makes a face and you're like, is he following? These guys can't explain what clean or ethical means. Just random fluffy words. And when you do ask them to explain it, they like read you the dictionary and you're like, okay, that's very nice that you can Google the word and read the dictionary. But do you comprehend what the word means? Like, because that's not the same thing. All right, my daughter can read a lot of really long words, but then if you ask her what the word means, she'll be like, I don't know, Mom, what does it mean? Okay, it doesn't mean that you then know, what ethical and clean are. Like, they just read the dictionary to you. You're like, thank you for the definition. But what does that mean? And what does it mean here in OnPassive? Like, what does clean mean here in OnPassive? Because usually clean means environmentally friendly. Usually, when businesses are saying they're doing the clean business thing, they either say we're going to go clean or we're going to go green. And it means like environmentally friendly. Ethical, of course, is not a word that I would ever use to describe OnPassive. Clean, though. You could argue that they can't really be harming the environment since they're not doing anything. But I would just love to hear what they define it as, other than this stupid Minu reading the fucking dictionary to us. Hey, everyone, stop bad-mouthing Jean. I'm on my third drink now, and Jean is starting to look cute and make sense. She's always cute, making sense. Well, Jean's not an ugly woman. You can't say she's an ugly woman. It's okay, Albs. We know the Bimbros have a soft spot for her. We will have to agree to disagree. Maybe it'll be easier if she is delusional. I don't know.
It hadn't happened this way.
Maybe it'll work out better for her because maybe it won't hurt her as much when this all crashes.
Because the world wasn't ready, I don't know what would have happened, really. So it really was perfect. It really, really was.
Now the whole world has to get ready for Ash to launch this stuff, guys. Are we all getting ready? We don't want something bad to happen because we weren't all ready. Must be 170 proof. That's right.
And allowed Ash and all of us to learn so much. It allowed us to become stronger and obviously.
I don't know if Ash learned anything from this. I also realize that I can't make a full read on that because Ash hasn't come out and discussed it. But based on how things are going, I feel like he's making the same mistakes. Just like the recovering Hunbot pointed out on her website, we're seeing similar things now happening with On Fusion T as he did with Kamal and OnPassive. So I don't know if he did learn anything from this experience. And I guess when and if he ever does come out here and tell us all what happened, then we'll kind of see be able to kind of tell a little more if he did actually learn anything. But based on what we've seen so far, it's not looking that great. Like, it's just not. Otherwise, I don't think he would have had a mod open up the OnFusion technologies. Like, OnFusion smart technologies. I just feel like that wouldn't have been done. Because, like, part of the problem was that he put Dubai OnPassive in Muhammad Kamal's name, and he's kicking himself for it. So then he turns around and puts another one in someone else's name. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, feel like we're making the same mistakes here. You know, it's like, did we learn? Did we learn? You know? Because the world wasn't ready. Just an insane thing to say. I know. I'm like, what did we have to get ready for? Do you think the other tech companies, like maybe the other tech companies are more successful because they don't wait for 7 years for the rest of the world to be ready? Could that be like it? I don't know. No. Obviously, we're doing something wrong here, though.
Obviously, more resilient and all of that. And I believe that what's going to happen, like Red said, what it has to, because all the while that we've, you know, with this sort of holding pattern, things have still been moving in the background, things that we can't even imagine what he's working on, right? So he can't, even now, if he was ready to open the doors, he can't just like open them wide and here's the mall of everything I've been working on. He's going to have to introduce it in stages. And that first stage obviously is, this is what happened. So people can heal, right? So people can, you know, this story involves people that we loved, that we admired.
Why do you want to be a victim of this so bad? It's so weird. They're like, and we all need time to heal. Because this didn't just, now it's all about how it didn't just hurt Ash. Before it was all about how Ash took the brunt of it. And he like sacrificed himself for them. And he was the only one that was getting hurt by this. But this week they've switched it around. And now this has hurt all of them. And they are all victims of this. And they need time to heal. You know, whichever serves them the best in the moment, they'll go with. Bubbles says, it's funny to hear Marty, Chris, and Red listen back to videos anytime Ash talks. They think there's a bigger meaning to everything. You can just see the delusion bounce around in real time. Yes, you can. Jean should be wearing a white jacket.
And they betrayed us. And so that there's going to be, God bless you, Red. There's going to be a healing process involved in this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Out of our love for Ash and the pain.
So go get some damn crystals or something, woman. Like, Lord.
That he and his family went through with all of this, with him fully entrusting people and then them doing, you know, following their own agenda.
How are you in business for 20 years and then you've never even experienced that one time? I got in the business of making YouTube videos and I learned that my very first day. What is happening? And also it's like, again, back and forth with this. We're supposed to believe that Ash started this business because he knew that the industry was corrupt. And he's finding the correction to the corruption, right? That's what we're doing here. That's what OnPassive is. So we're supposed to believe that. But now we're also supposed to believe at the same time, according to Jean here during this, that Ash had no clue that people could be grimy in this industry and that he maybe shouldn't like trust every single person that he talks to. Again, it's like two conflicting beliefs that I'm supposed to believe at the same time. And you all know that that just drives me insane. That's what makes me crazy when people expect me to do things like that. The hypocrisy hurts my head. So, like, again, it's like, which one is it? Pick one, damn it. It can't be both. Because now it's like, oh, well, he was just so naive. But don't worry, this year he really did learn. And I'm like, wasn't that why he started this to begin with? Lord. Thank you, Alex, for the $5. Every company has their strategy. Ash is silent. Yes, according to Red, that's a whole strategy. Well, I guess we'll call it the silent strategy. Other companies use a strategy of actually releasing products. You decide. And of course, we've ended that with a wonderful choo-choo, motherfucker.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
Who's on the stupid train now? You know? And yeah, Red really went in on that. Ash's strategy. This is a whole strategy, him being silent right now. He's doing it on purpose. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure his lawyers were just like, can you please shut the fuck up? Every time you open your mouth, you are breaking more laws. Like, please stop. We already have lawsuits. Somebody needs to correct Gene's corrupted brain. Maybe it can be you, Sam. Fun fact, if you sync up the start of an OnPassive webinar and the start of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, nothing happens, but you'll be somewhat entertained while the webinar is happening.
So we're all going to have to go through a bit of a healing process. And
I was like, it works with any band. Whatever band is your favorite, it will work with.
I think to like bring out the whole ball of wax in the middle of that is maybe would not be the strongest way to go, right? So
see, it's like Jean's thinking in her head, like if we had released the products back then all of them would have been stolen.
I have full trust in Ash Mufareh that he, after learning everything he's learned, he knows.
Yes, the silent strategy. I love it. He did a whole video on it.
And has an excellent idea about how to tell the story, when to tell that story, when to reopen the doors, what to introduce first.
Violet, thank you so much for the 350 czar. I appreciate you.
All of those things. I just have such an amazing amount of respect and trust with this man. He's been through it. Man, has he been through it, and we don't even know the half of it. So I'm
right. It's like, you know, for people that don't know the half of it, you sure do talk a lot about it like you know everything that's going on. Like you sure do come up to your own conclusions about it. Like it's like, oh, these people, they stole from us. It's a really good thing we didn't release more information. They would have stolen that too. And I'm like, you have no clue what happened. What are you talking about? Like Sweet says, what are you even saying, lady? What ball of wax? Dear Lord, woman, shut up. You're going to make Ella throw her wine glass.
I was so thrilled to see him. He's just, you know,
It's been like 2 weeks and they're like, oh my God, I'm just so glad he came. Can't believe we actually saw him.
He's so real, you know? I mean, I know a lot of people.
Real business, real products, real company.
Especially in some of the other countries, put him on a really high pedestal. And I know Marty and Chris are really good about, you know, making sure people know he's a human being. He's a guy that jokes around and, you know, and all that.
And until Marty tells everyone that Ash is always watching. Like he's an omnipresent being. Always watching you.
That just like anybody else.
Because nothing says godlike creature other than that. Let me tell you. Nothing says delusions of grandeur like that either.
He has an extraordinary warmth and an ability to love unconditionally and have just unbelievable respect and patience. And for me, having someone like that to admire and look up to, just like the two gentlemen on the screen here, when you have people around you that you can just always be inspired by and want to be better because you're around them, is just that. I mean, we don't have the financial part of everything right now. But the gift of what we've been learning and what we've gained with this friendship, boy, we're going to hit the ground running. We are going to hit the ground running so fast, and we're just going to have a ball. And if we hadn't had this time, we wouldn't have been able to do it in that same strong, solid, that solidarity of everybody going through the muck and the mire, going through this trial period. I think we're really going to be a force to be reckoned with.
A force to be reckoned with. Oh my. Oh my. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So guys, that was the videos of the amazing OnPassive update, which I hope we can do many more of these. OnPassive ecosystem update. I know you guys are probably like, holy crap, I forgot that we were even doing a segment for all of that, Queen. That was crazy. Longest segment ever. It really was. It really, really was. So just in case you had trouble reading through it, I do have the OES. Red, how much longer do I have to listen to this shit? Exactly, right? So I do have the OES here. And I think maybe we should just quickly read through what it says. Get ready for a new chapter. After decades of being in business, I grasp that success is impossible without drastic changes, and that we shouldn't hold on to the past. It won't help in moving forward. That's why it is sensible to expect a positive transformation. Obviously, by changing nothing, nothing changes. Yes, absolutely. Change is inevitable, so embrace it. Because the best is yet to come, without a doubt. What is coming is far better than what has gone. Certainly, we believe that the future is very bright and wonderful updates are on their way. That's why you want to stay tuned, because something exciting is coming. It is always expected that with many good updates, someone will try to twist things around and manipulate the situation. Yeah, you, Ash, it's you. However, let's not get distracted by any nonsense. Rumors will always be rumors. We advise you to stay away from non-credible sources, i.e. anyone not non-passive. We are aware that some alleged leaders are harassing our beloved family members. Are they no longer beloved family members now, I guess? By promoting some garbage programs across our community. To be clear, we do not endorse this baloney, Marty, that word's baloney, and meaningless gimmicks. In fact, we condemn these unethical acts. It is pathetic to see them taking advantage of our desperate people knowingly. It's only serving a few and hurting the rest. Stay focused on the credible and productive actions and let us dream big together. It's possible. It's coming. Thank you. That's what it said. It's, according to Marty, very, very powerful. Or as we like to say here, powerful. Very powerful. The Mythbusters proved that hitting the ground running is a myth. That was much ado about nothing. It really was. We can heal from this violence. Don't worry, guys. Jean said that there'll be a time for us to heal from all of this. Thank you, Sam, for the $1.99. Let's hit that goal. That's right. We only got a couple more, I believe. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think you guys just hit it. I think you just hit it. And if you hit the goal, then that means that we're going to be doing another 8-hour marathon. Nancy Johnson says, Ash was seen being pushed around in Orlando on a med bed, handing out safe drinking straws, plans for water filtration system, and homemade crucifixes of himself. He is very busy indeed. You know what? Like, I can actually picture that. You know, he's just upset that the med beds weren't made before the site went down. Because surely you would need the site to be out for the med beds. That makes so much sense. Party time in Ottawa. They can only be one scam at a time. They're like, listen, you're already in our scam, so we're going to need you to not sign up for all the other scams that are trying to get you to join. We need your money over here. Because to me, that's all it is. It's like, don't spend your money over there. We want your money instead. Because we all know if this thing ever does launch, that's the first thing that's going to happen. Ash is going to be like, okay, now pay for the products. Buy in again. Let's go. And it's going to be awful. Buy American with the donations. Buy Canadian. Please yell at Chris for not wearing his glasses. Yes, Nancy Johnson. Please do. All right, he's driving all of us insane. It's bad enough that he was driving the RV without the glasses. Now he keeps trying to read the damn screen with the glasses. We can't do this. We can't do this anymore. Thank you, Ella, for the $4.99. Keep on doing. Know what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to say. Thank you, Ella. I will. I will never stop. That should say doing what you're... Okay, yeah. We're good. Thank you, King, for the $2. Ashathon time. It is. It is. We're going to have to get an Ashathon going. It might take me a couple weeks to be able to get it going, but I definitely will. I definitely will. But yeah, it's so silly to me that they're like, don't join any of the other scams. But then they're like, go and make money. And like I keep saying, these people, they know MLMs. That's what they know. So they're going to go to what they're most comfortable with, which is going to be MLMs. And like, that's also partially their fault. Because it's like all they've been doing for the last several years is MLM stuff. You know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, it is time for our commercial break, but do not go anywhere because we're still going to be hearing from Marty and Chris a little bit more, along with some of the other OFounders. We're going to be saying what the fuck, and we're going to see what Tanya has to say. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but Lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy! No one fucks with my hose! The Lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Nah, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger's almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No, no, no. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand.
We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you sexual endorphin spray, trademarked. We have now created the foot fetish Fantasia spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the foot fetish Fantasia spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger condoms and Fantasia foot spray. Buy Tiny Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor. Yes, thank you. And now back to our scheduled programming. The loadout. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I think right now would be a great time for us to just say, what the fuck, you know?
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF. What made me say WTF this week? Another nonsensical post. That's right. There's just so many of them coming out of OnPassive. This one, however, came from our dear Julie Wynn. Dear Julie. Yes, Joe, do another commercial. For sure. I want to switch up the commercials sometime by the summer. So do more and send them my way. So Julie on March 8th made a post that made me go, huh? Huh? And it's probably going to make you say the same thing. Ah, Julie, feel the pain. It was International Women's Day. So Julie came on to say, Happy International Day to all the women. So I was like, you're close, Julie. That's close enough. You are the cheese to every community and the world. Now, this is where Julie loses me, because I don't know what that means. All of the women are the cheese? We're the cheese to every community. Does all the communities need stinky cheese? What does that mean, Julie? What does this mean? We're the cheese to every community and the world. Lucky women, we're the cheese. You rock. So cheese and rocks. Doesn't sound like a very good lunch. I know she means you rock, like rock on, you rock. But I still can't get over the damn cheese. So according to Julie, women rock and smell like cheese. That's what I think we are supposed to get from this post. I don't know what else we would get. Cheese. Yeah, cheese. So women rock and smell like cheese. You heard it here first from Julie. She says, Happy International Day. Great job, Julie. Great job. Great job. Cheese must be a Vietnamese thing. Must be. Must be. Smells like grilled cheese or boy cheese? Good question, Baron. Asking all the real questions. Canada needs to drop the tariff on American cheese. Hello, little Miss Lulu. She says, I'm behind watching, and Gene and Andy, they spelled success wrong on their banner. Can't make this up, right? Right? We talking feet? Maybe. Could be. Could be. But good job, Julie. You know, great job wishing us all as women a happy International Day and letting us know that we are the cheese. So, we're the cheese! And that is it for this episode of
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
WTF. Oh, where did I go? There I am. There I am. I'm back. I disappeared for a second. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I know that we've already heard from Marty quite a lot today. But Marty wasn't done. He wasn't done his little rant. But he was done with all of the OFounders and the drama, apparently.
Now, what the update, the part that really matters is big things are coming. And about the nonsense where people, when they think nothing's going on, what do? They make up rumors.
Oh,
hey, look over here, distractions. I want to tell you something. If
we don't have to make up rumors or distractions. We find out information by researching. It's like, okay, so back when you guys were claiming that you had your own data center, myself and the recovering Hunbot went and looked up who was hosting your website. It's public information. It said your website was being hosted by Amazon, AWS. So we outed that information. And we said, listen, they're lying to everyone about a data center. You can find this information. It's public info. Very easy to find out. Here it is. And you guys went around for years saying that we were lying and we were making it up. Until June 2024, when your website went down. Then you were like, oh, well, we actually owe Amazon $3.4 million because we were using their servers. Did any of you then apologize to myself and the recovering Hunbot for calling us liars? Claiming we were spreading rumors, even though we literally showed you it on the screen? Like, you can go to who it's. There's like 50 websites you can go to find out who's hosting what websites and all the information about it. No, you didn't. You didn't. You continued to say that we lie and make up rumors. Right? So, once again, we go and we find out information. Because we can go and find out that OnPassive Technologies LLC had all their bank accounts frozen. So that information is then shared. Is it a rumor? No. You literally look at it. There's a screenshot of it. And we have the letter that was sent to Mom and Kamal about it. But you're calling that a rumor. So it's like, what do you mean? No one's ever twisted or lied about anything to do with this company other than you guys. You're the ones lying about it and everything going on behind the scenes. We go, we find out the real information, we provide it to the public so that they can make a more educated, informed decision about joining this thing. And then you claim that we're liars or we're starting rumors just because Ash didn't come out here and say it. Well, I'm sorry, I don't go by what people say. All right, I go for receipts. Doesn't matter what you or Ash say when there's actual receipts. It's just like how people are starting to say that the SEC has been taken care of. No. But Ash did try to have the case dismissed. And then he did do a webinar during that where he told everyone that they wouldn't have to worry about it soon and that it was all about to be over. But then the court said, no, you're not actually dismissing this case. We're going ahead with it. Did you come back out afterwards and say, hey guys, listen, the case is still going ahead. We're going to court in April 2026. No. But when we say it, you say we're lying and we're coming up with rumors about the company because it was all dealt with. You can literally go and read Ash's document that he sent to the courts asking for the dismissal. Then you can read the judge's response denying it. Then you can read them setting up the new court date for April, in which both parties agreed that they wanted an extension because they all wanted time for the depositions and the investigation. This is stuff that is available on the Florida court website. But people act like myself and the recovering Hunbot just came out here and one day we were like, hey guys, the SEC's suing them, believe us. And that's all we did. No. You can't make that up. You can't hack their site and then write up a fake litigation and down. Listen, we're not Ash Mufara making up fake sites here. That was what he did, not us. And again, who has the proof? Not you, Marty. You don't know shit.
If you get people, I don't give a crap what country. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. If somebody, I don't care who it is, and this is my opinion, and please listen to me. Starting now, if you get a post and it's not real or it's not from Ash or you know it's not real, delete that person's friend, kick him out of whatever group you're in.
But you're not Ash. And you guys do posts all the time saying, hey guys, we heard this. We talked to Ash today on the phone. Like, what do you mean?
Just knock him to the curb or her. If everybody did that, we would clear out this crap. Where we're going, we can't afford to have people like that. We can't.
So people are now supposed to be blocking each other. Interesting.
Can't. There's too many good people. And it's unnecessary to be that way. So
Okay.
yeah, great update, powerful. It made me feel good when I saw that this morning. Not the mama, yeah.
It honestly seems like what Marty would have written. Like if Ash was like, hey, Marty, you can put an update in the back office, that's what Marty would have written. Although maybe he would have used another meat instead of bologna because he doesn't know how to say that.
Yeah, Jacob's exactly that little beating him on the head with the frying pan. Chris, did you do all your stuff?
I did, but I want to say one more thing. And I'm going to say this to both of us. I've always been proud of Ash Mafara.
Ella says, so in one webinar, these goons say, don't let people tell you what to do. And now they tell people what to do. Seriously? In that exact same webinar, they told them what to do. You know, we're not telling you what to do, but don't join anything else. We're not telling you what to do, but don't listen to anyone but Ash Mufara. We're not telling you what to do, but if you need money, make sure you get a job outside of your home instead of signing up for something online, because this should be the only online thing you're in. We're not telling you what to do, but Ash is watching your every move. He sees everything. So, in other words, careful what you do. But we're not telling you what to do. Just remember, he's like God. He sees all at all times. He's watching all of us.
Of what he's done. But this was an outstanding update, I think, for everyone. And there you have.
It's almost like they love this update because it's telling off the OFounders that went and joined another business opportunity. Like, that's what's got these two all excited. Is they're like, yeah, we finally got Ash to tell them off too. We've been sitting here for weeks telling them off. And now Ash is also saying it. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird that they're getting off so much on watching him get upset at people that they claim are their family members. But then you heard them. If someone in OnPassive posts something that you don't think is true, block them. They're no longer your family. Fuck them. That's how much you mean to them. You're just one post away from being blocked at all times.
It's there. There's no need to twist things. He said a lot in a short couple paragraphs, I believe, and take it to heart. I would listen to what he's saying. He's giving you direction that there's a lot of garbage. He used that word out there. And, you know, people are trying to jump into it.
At least they have garbage. You guys don't even have garbage. You just got nothing.
Those companies are not going to magically get you rich like you think they are because someone's telling you something. Just hold on a little bit longer, guys. Things are going to pop, and when they do, kabam!
I believe he was 20, she was 16, maybe younger when they started dating.
All right, Marty, back to you.
Well, it says, yep, I'm looking at a load of garbage right now. Yep, and that's all it is that they're spreading right now is garbage. And that's enough for them for the day. Or maybe not. It might not be. It might not be. Unfortunately, it's now time for us to do... Kiss his ash. That's right. Who was kissing ash? 16 when they were married. Yeah, when they were married. But they were dating. Did he say 14? And 16 is legal in New Jersey. Well, that doesn't mean that you should go do it, though, Joe. It's like, I love it. You got to be careful of people that say things like that, right? When they're like, well, it's legal. It's like, yeah, that doesn't mean you should do it, though. You know? Like, in some places, the legal age is 13. So, no. No. Ew. Nasty. Anyway, today's Kisses Ash is quite interesting. We have this short that was shared. Made me laugh because it is called Building a Clean and Ethical Future with Ashma Farah. So I don't know, Ash, you may have somebody to compete with here. But it's just kind of funny to see what they were sharing around. Like, this is the important thing that the OFounders need to hear this past week.
I'm not going to say that because we don't agree with you. Ash has an open mind. Ash likes listening to everything, which I call clean and ethical technologies. As long as it's to a pace where we're not, one thing that we're not going to do in this company ever is talk about someone's race in a bad way, or
that's a lie,
or their gender in a bad way.
That's also a lie.
Or whether we're fat, tall, skinny, or small. It's not something that we do.
That's also a lie. You did streams about the carnivore diet. What do you mean?
Me and Marty, we've been friends for a long time. We tease each other all the time about stuff like that. But in this company, that clean and ethical part about race baiting or whatever you want to do it, this is not a political company.
What are you talking about, Chris? What are you talking about race baiting? Do you even know what that means?
It's a company that wants to help you build your future, your legacy through clean and ethical. How many people could say that? How many people have a job right now that you know there's things in that job that are not clean and ethical for the customers? Just don't.
I got bad news for you, Chris. Guess what?
Worry about it. They'll never see it. Ash Mafar is the most transparent man I've ever seen, to a fault. Okay, to a fault. Another thing I want to talk about: clean and ethical technologies.
Yeah, what does that mean, Chris? Tell us. What does that mean?
Just isn't a business. It's humanitarian.
That's not what that has nothing to do with clean technologies. What?
There's technologies out there that will create clean drinking water for places that's never seen or heard of that.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, that's great. You think that clean and ethical business equates to when Ash says he's going to buy water filtration systems and give people clean water. That's great. I guess that's all they got. They're like, I don't know, it has the word clean in it. Must have something to do with it. Oh, shit, Chris. That's great. That's great. OnPassive is clean. It takes a shower every day. Chris, you mean Ash is a man of straw. I agree. Ash has very transparent faults. Exactly. Exactly. Sponge brain. A side deal with an adject? Maybe. Maybe we're going to have the Canadian Brobots pop up with Chris next. Wouldn't that be crazy? But he would have to buy them from an adject. That's true. Does he have the $5,000? Oh, shit, Chris. That was great. This is like clean and ethical, clean technology. You know what? This company is a humanitarian business. And it's going to give people clean drinking water. There, that should cover the clean part. I love it. That's great.
All right. Welcome to Ash Mafara.
Ash Mafara.
He wants to make it so the world, though not Michigan, not New Jersey, not Colorado.
Why did you say not the U.S.?
Not anywhere. He wants it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Kids, women, men.
Leave the kids and the women alone, damn it.
Men need clean drinking water. Look up the stats, how many people die a year from drinking nasty water because that's all they got to drink.
Does it make you mad, Chris, to know that Ash has been promising clean drinking water to people since 2019? And that's several years of deaths that he should be carrying on his own shoulders, of his own OFounders then? Based on your logic here. Why didn't he build one water filtration system with that $108 million to stop some of those deaths? He had more than enough to. If you're so worried about it, Chris, you bring it up quite a lot. In fact, you constantly remind me of it. And it's something that pisses me right off. I hate that he promised that to all those people. And then he's just basically been like, well, fuck them ever since. So yeah, like you're saying, every year, thousands of people a year die from that. Thousands could have been saved if Ash would have just done what he said he could have done. And that is why this thing causes more harm than good, Chris.
Part of this huge humanitarian thing, Ash Mafara, with his technologies, is to create solutions for these individuals who never had a chance, who lost generations of people that died.
You gotta be quite the narcissist to be like, the whole world never had a chance until I showed up on it. Once I was born, then the people of the world had a chance to be successful. But without me, the entire world will suffer and be corrupt.
Because they got malaria drinking just junk water. This is clean and ethical. I've yet to see anything in this company that wasn't clean and ethical.
Well, you have rose-colored glasses on. You wear them more than the glasses you're fucking supposed to be putting on your face. So I can't trust your judgment. Hello, Ellen from Canada. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful start to the weekend.
People say what they want to say. Ash Mafara has never said one bad thing in my book about people.
I have some clips on my channel. You know, we can go through them if you want.
He loves people. He wants to bring the world together through clean and ethical. And yeah,
clean and ethical what? Clean and ethical what, Chris? You keep saying it over and over again. He wants to help the world with clean and ethical. Clean and ethical what? Elaborate.
We all got our differences of ethical, but there's really only one definition for it. For my opinion, or my definition of ethical is do the right thing. Help out your brother. Help out your sister.
Yeah, and how many people have you been helping, Chris? You say every day people write you for prayer requests. How many of them have you sent money to? How many of them have you helped?
That's what these clean and ethical technologies that Ash Mafara is creating is going to do for all of us. I talked about that. I think I almost hit it all.
Chris actually wrote notes for this one. He's going over them. And I bet you all the notes said was clean and ethical, clean and ethical. Water filtration, clean.
And
I love
go
that.
on and on. I really can, but isn't it damn time that we had a company that did things the right way, clean and ethical?
Yeah, no, you're right. There is no company on the face of this earth that is trying to do business in a clean and ethical way. Not one.
Rather than a few guys that start a company and literally rape the world of their information and make billions of dollars, while those same individuals are suffering in poverty conditions like Yemen, like the countries we've talked about for the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah. No products equal zero carbon footprint. And that's what was shared. That's the message that people are like, yeah, Chris, you really hit the nail on the head here. We got to share this around. Then there was one more little short that I found quite interesting. Also has to do with ethical business. The heart of ethical business. Why I trust Ashma Farah again, not Ash Mufara, Ashma Farah, whoever that is. Still trying to figure it out. Clean and ethical, my rear end, right? So let's hear what good old Collins had to say.
It's going crazy and I die tomorrow. I know I'll fulfill my own mission on this planet Earth. How many CEO will say this? To tell you that he is not doing this for that. We are talking about clean and ethical. We cannot talk about this business without looking at the person who is building this business. You know, I remember Marty Gamo said something. He said, take the technology out, take everything out. I'm here because of Mr. Ash Mufara.
Lord, the ass kissing here.
If it's not of the heart of this man, I don't think I'll be here wasting my time. He is 65 years old. 5 more years, Marty will be 70. You think he will waste his time?
He's like, guys, Marty's gonna die soon. He's on his damn deathbed. He's gonna be 70 years old. He has no time to waste in anything like this. All right? He's about to kick the damn bucket.
Somebody who can market and make a lot out there.
Oh, yeah?
So these are the things when you look at Mr. Ash Mufara, the heart of Mr. Ash Mufara. And I said the same thing. I said, forget about his technology, forget about anything. I'm here because of this man.
Exactly, Collins. Marty is a moron. That's right. Marty's sitting there like, huh? Marty will outlive OnPassive, probably.
I choose this path. I've never done anything online. I don't think I will ever do it because I know all of them are just fraud and scam. I don't even listen to it. But if I am here,
all of them are frauds and scams. All those online businesses, they're frauds and scams. Join my online business. Ash Mufara has heart.
Is because of someone I've seen who is clean and ethical. And I said, God forbid if it fails and he come back with something again, I will join because I know it is not his fault.
Oh, what?
That's why we always say stay close to him to understand the person who is building this technology, the person who is running behind.
But like have you ever heard a tech company be like, yeah, you don't need to know about our tech products or like anything else about us. All you should do is learn about our CEO and worship him and be loyal to him. And then the rest will just kind of happen. Like, could you imagine if Meta was like, everyone worship Mark Zuckerberg?
People build something, they disappear. You don't even know who is running it. They hide themselves because they know they are there for something. After a short while, they will disappear, come with a new name. He comes out and show himself. This is me.
So are you saying that you wouldn't trust a company if it needed to come out with a new name? What if a company had to open up like 4 LLCs and 4 different names, all owned by different people? What then?
There are people who knows his postcode and his address. He is not hiding himself. That's clean and ethical.
That's not. That's more transparent. That's not. I guess you could argue that being transparent is more ethical than not being transparent. But he's like, oh, we know his name and his address, which is really just a P.O. box in Florida somewhere up the road from his house, probably. That's some like little post office or pharmacy, if it works like it does here. For some reason, we have all of our post offices and our pharmacies. It's in like Shoppers Drug Mart and Rexall and shit for some reason. You know, like, come on, Collins.
That's something, if we sleep, every day we ask ourselves, why is it taking so long? It's because they are building something that is so critical for us. Not for yourself, but for your generation.
For your whole generation and future generations and your family.
What beauty would it be if it comes out and you are not alive and your children can say, my grandfather left something or my dad and my mom left something for me. And they can hand it down to their own generation to come.
Oh, Lord, imagine leaving this to your grandchildren. And they would piss on your grave.
Where your name will not be forgotten forever. You have left legacy to come.
I promise you, you do not want your name attached to this. You know? What do all this with the clean and ethical? Does Ash give his minions set phrases to keep repeating in their so-called webinars? Such loons, right? They like pick topics. And for the last few weeks, their topics have been all about staying loyal to Ash and how they are clean and ethical and transparent.
He is building something that is so powerful.
Powerful.
And something like this takes time.
Okay.
He said the road will not be easy.
But then he didn't have the right, if he knew it was going to take time, he didn't have the right to then open it up in 2018, start collecting money from people from 2018 to 2022, stop collecting money from them, and then still keep them waiting. Like, if he knew it was going to take at least 7 years to get this shit up and running, why did he need you guys to fund it if he was so successful in all his other businesses before this? Did you ever stop to think about that? Like, he had no right then to be like, well, now you have to donate money to me. We want to get this thing started.
The journey will be tough, but we will get to our destination. And the only most important thing we need to do is patience, because we are not footing the bills. We are not spending anything. It's just to be patient. So one day we will celebrate with others. I just want to see the world going crazy for it, not the founders. I want to see the world going crazy for a new technology. I'm not talking about the founding members or those who are in. I want to see somebody who have never heard about this company going crazy for something that I've spent my own time with perseverance for 5 years, seeing it growing from strength to strength.
Seeing it growing from strength to strength. Where are all these strengths? Mark B says, my grandkids will be so happy when they discover I've left them some OnPassive founder positions so they can be successful and happy for the rest of their lives.
It's my joy to leave something where people will be going, wow, and say, wow, God, thank you for putting me in this place. So I don't
think that's going to happen. I don't think anyone that's not in OnPassive is ever going to be excited about anything to do with OnPassive other than us, and we won't be joining. So you're shit out of luck for that one.
Leave it there, Peter.
Collins. Well done. Words of the truth. Thanks for sharing, because people need to hear those words.
Do they? Is there really something that important about what he said? I don't think so.
You know, hopefully it's help people understand what Ashmafari is and what OnPassive is and what the world is going to be seeing in the future.
Lord, they just won't stop. They just won't stop, guys. They're never going to stop kissing his ass. They're just never going to stop. Never. Never, ever. It's a nightmare. Just like this.
Fuck you, Ash. I will eat the OnPassive golden apple. Kiss my asshole, you fucking asshole. As move far
Yep, just like that. A nightmare just like that. And do you know who else is a nightmare to deal with on the daily? Especially if you're on Facebook. Fucking Tanya. That's right. It is time for Tanya's posts. Alb says OnPassive would have the top hardware store in the world with all the tools they've got, but that's about all they're ever going to accomplish. That's right. Tanya. Yes, Tanya. Now, as I stated, Tanya's been more quiet than usual. Now, for several weeks, even several months, people were sending me Tanya without prompt. They were going, oh my God, Queen, look at what this crazy Tanya lady is saying again in the Facebook groups. And then it slowed down a little bit. So the last few times I've had to inquire with certain people if Tanya is popping off or not. So I'm hoping that means that maybe Tanya is learning. Maybe during this process, Tanya is realizing that she comes off as a really huge bitch and that she needs to reel it in a little bit and be a little bit nicer. I'm hoping so. And that's why I've had a couple weeks recently where I've kind of also given her a bit of a break where I'm like, we'll see if she's still on the course to, doing better. But it seems like just when you start to think that that's happening, you know, she just pops off again. Joe says another one who needs to get laid, for sure. Violet's like, nah, I don't believe she'll ever change. I don't believe she's learning and growing. Not Tanya. Not Tanya. So there was a post in the OnPassive Nation made by Richard Moore. And Richard here said, I find it unusual that after logging into the OES that I'm showing 0 signups and no commissions. Is there an explanation for this, considering it was said that all the data was recovered? And I know you're thinking, oh no, Richard, what are you doing, sir? Now you need to reel it in. She's going to come and bite off your damn head. Right? So, you know, just something to ponder. And this is why I also have questioned. This isn't the first time that I've seen people posting up saying that they had people under them. And now when they log into their OES, there's no team listed. And this is also part of the reason why I say a lot that I don't think the data was recovered. I think it was an older version, and it's more of a Skeletor version of the OES than what they actually had back in June 2024 before everything crashed. Because there's a lot of stuff missing that should be there. And Richard here has a really good point. Right? Like that should, all of the information should have been reloaded up in the OES as if it was June 26, 2024, the day before it went down. That's what it should have looked like had all of the data been recovered and then just re-uploaded, you know? Sam says, praying for Richard. Richard, you are gone, Joe says. Yeah, especially now that they're telling people to block people that say things that they don't like. Now that's going to get even worse. And I know that's a little upsetting, but it actually helps us because I hope that in them doing that, those people wake up and realize it's a scam and leave. So we sort of maybe don't want to complain about that too much. But of course, Tanya, admin and group expert, imagine being like, yeah, guys, I'm really special. And then someone's like, oh, yeah, well, what do you do? And you're like, I'm the admin and group expert of the OnPassive Nation Facebook group. You know, it gives like Reddit mob vibes. You know, you're just like, I don't know there, Reddit mod. Calm down. Tanya is the modern day equivalent of, oh God, I'm not going to say this right. Genghis Khan. Yeah, I butchered that. I butchered that. Forgive me. Let's not butcher this now. So Tanya came and said, if you go to your wallet, it's all there. If you click on my users, it's all there. So let's give them time. It's happening. I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad. But she wasn't done. The only explanation I can think of is they are redesigning the dashboard. Well, look at that. Tanya's assuming things and spreading information that she doesn't know if it's true or not. So I guess we should be blocking her and deleting her out of these groups. Look at her go. And that was it. So Jean shows up and says, mine was all there, but sometimes after logging in, it is all in blank. But then it appears again. For sure, they are building us a new home. So now Tanya has started the rumor that the reason why people cannot log into the OES and may not see everything in the OES like they did before the site went down, it is because they're redoing the OES dashboard and building a new home. Good job, Tanya. Good job. Wallet definitely needs to be capitalized. Yeah. Yep. They definitely do need to terminate her.
We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice.
That's right. You know, she's going to end up terminated if she doesn't.
Stop going there.
All right. Thank you, Chris. That's enough out of you for this episode. All right. You've had the spotlight long enough, Chris. Calm down. Stop coming here. Come on. The site is up. That should be good enough. Ash 2025. Right? Right? This person, Mohammed, came and said, delete old browser history. Update browser. Log in again with good internet. And I was like, yes, because deleting your old browser history gives you good internet. It definitely does. Fixes your internet if you're ever having internet issues. But I'm getting like flashbacks to back when myself and the Recovering Hunbot were first covering this. When they were all trying to log into the OES and they were all having their login issues. I was like, oh, this is so much fun after we have to hear from, Tanya. Now it's all like login issues, like old times. It's like a callback, nostalgia. Good times for all, for sure. And this person came to say, recovered, moved to the new ecosystem. This house is going down soon for the new follow-up. And then I'm like, does he know something that we don't know? Like, does that mean that On Fusion T is coming soon? Is that what's going on? Please do. Let us all know, Mr. Anthony. Good internet solves everything. It does. It's the real correction to the corruption. Ye old, clear your cache. Everything will come back, even O-Connect. That's right. Yeah, I just want to know if they know something that we don't. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Ron came on here to say, just let it sit for a minute and it will load. When I first went in, I saw the same. And about a minute being in there, everything was back to normal. I think a lot of people are going to the site, so might be slowing down its response. And I'm like, yeah, best tech company ever. Best tech company is when you log in and then you have to wait for a whole minute for everything to load up on your page. They're doing good work then. And Tanya just kind of liked all these. But that was all she really said. So I don't know, guys. We might be teaching her to be a better person. I guess only time will tell. And Sam says, use a surge protector. That's right. Only time will tell if Tanya changes her ways. And that is it for this episode of Tanya's Posts. I don't know why that was delayed. That was weird. Anyway, we are almost at the end of our stream this week, luckily for us. So it is time to get comfy because we are going to, have a little story time and a poem to end the night. And I don't want to give you nightmares like this.
Fuck you, Ash. I will eat the OnPassive golden apple. Kiss my asshole, you fucking asshole. As move far
You don't want those nightmares. So get nice and comfy. We are going to have a lovely story time. No, we do not have Man Round. No. Do you know what? He hasn't posted about OnPassive in a little bit. In several weeks, actually. He is now only doing political posts on his Facebook page. And if you want, we can go through some. If, you're interested in finding out what he's up to. But I just figured you guys didn't care about any of that. Poor Ash and his nightmares. So let's start off with a story time from OnPassive. A wonderful OnPassive story time. This one is actually one that was posted in OnPassive Review by Manoj K. Manoj K. It's kind of like Nicki Minaj, but not really. And it was posted with a lot of hashtags. We have hashtag OnPassive ecosystem, hashtag the future of internet, hashtag OnPassive, hashtag artificial intelligence, hashtag AI, hashtag OConnect, hashtag technology, hashtag AI technology, hashtag OnPassive AI, hashtag machine learning, hashtag Ash Mufara, hashtag business, hashtag virtual meetings, hashtag products, hashtag future of internet, hashtag updates, hashtag FB posts, hashtag let's connect. You know, we're just hitting all the hashtags we can, I guess. And this story time is actually kind of a photo, if you will. So let's get things started. And it says, Namaskaram. Namaskaram with some prayer hands. As long as you feel pain, you're still alive. And I'm kind of like, really? That's what we're going by? Like, oh, well, at least I'm still alive. Lucky me, lucky me. So as long as you're in pain, you're still alive. Keep trying. There's still hope. No matter how isolated, hopeless, angry, or lost you feel right now, you won't always feel that way. Emotions come and go, and you can learn how to better manage them. No situation is impossible. You are the only person who can control your future. The choices you make and the actions you take directly impact your future. You have the power to shape your own path. Take initiative, set goals, and make decisions that align with their values and aspirations. Shri Ayam Brahmamasmi. Definitely butchered that. Keep your face always toward the sunshine. Focusing on the positive will help shadows fall behind you. Leave the past behind and focus on today. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Every day is a new opportunity to make progress and grow. Take action today. God bless you and your family with health and happiness. Pray. A lot of prayer hands again. So more prayers. Joe says hashtag bullshit. That's right. I have sensitive skin. Can't do it. So everything always ends with prayers and faith manipulation. And that was this week's episode of our amazing A Story Time from OnPassive. Yes, it was kind of a story, you know. We're now kind of starting to run out of the stories. They need to write some more is what they need to do. We need to get Marty to write more stories. Get Marty in on it. So now everyone get comfy because we have made it to the last segment tonight in which we are going to have an OnPassive poem. A very beautiful one. An OnPassive poem.
A breath of life, the O unfolds, the air we breathe, a story told. OnPassive's name, a promise made, to lift us high with futures laid. Active we strive, with hearts alight, but passive gains can set things right. A flowing stream of income's grace, a helping hand to find our place. No time for doubt, we took the leap, a gutsy choice where fortunes sleep. And now we stand, with voices strong, for OnPassive's tone, where dreams belong.
In the stillness of dawn, there lies an idea waiting to be born. From the heart of a dreamer to the mind of a thinker, it takes form. It's a vision, a mission, a calling to those who dare to dream bigger, think differently, and step outside the box. In this world, where chaos often reigns, it's easy to lose sight of our goals, to get swept away by the current of the mundane. But there is a beacon, a guiding light, a pathway to success that is paved with innovation, fueled by determination, and adorned with the fruits of collaboration. This is the realm of OnPassive, where dreams meet reality, where ideas take flight, and where success is not just a destination, but a journey. It's a place where the river of knowledge flows freely, nourishing the seeds of potential, and turning them into blossoming trees of prosperity. Here, helping hands reach out, not to take, but to give. Each hand lending strength, each hand building a bridge, each hand creating a chain of unity that is unbreakable, invincible, unstoppable. Here, fear does not exist. For in the leap of faith, there is only courage, only hope, only the thrill of possibility. And when we leap, we do not fall. We soar, we rise, we conquer. In the heart of diversity, there is strength. A group, diverse in thoughts, in skills, in experiences, stands strong, stands together. It's a tapestry woven with threads of ambition, resilience, and unity, creating a masterpiece of success. In the twilight of accomplishment, there lies a promise of a new dawn, a new idea, a new journey. For success is not a finish line, it's a never-ending cycle, a constant evolution, a perpetual motion. So as the day ends and the night falls, remember this. In the heart of a dreamer, in the mind of a thinker, there is always a new dawn waiting to be born, a new idea waiting to take form. This is the world of OnPassive, a world where dreams become reality, where success is a journey, and where the only limit is the sky. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the realm of possibilities. Welcome to OnPassive.
This work is dedicated to all OnPassivians from around the world.
An OnPassive poem. I don't know why we needed 3 different voices to do that, but that was lovely. Once again, a lovely OnPassive poem. Baron says, AI, no. Yes, a lot of AI, right? Love you, OnPassive. CEO, sir. He probably is not watching over here, so you can tell us how you really feel about it. All young people in these videos, where are the golden oldies with no tech or business knowledge? What a load of bullshit, right? And that's the thing, is that I feel like they're trying to appeal to a younger audience, and they're just not going to. Most of the young people these days, they would look at OnPassive technology and be like, what the hell is this bullshit? You know, I mean, we do. I'm a millennial. Some of you guys are boomers. Some of you guys are what's the generation under me? Alpha or something? I don't know anymore. Gen Z? Whatever. And it's like, we look at these and we're like, what the heck? So younger people are not going to. You know? They're just not going to. Oh, yay. Biswas is here. We were hoping Ali would stop by, but we might have to talk about Ali soon. He's still making his rounds. But that's all I've got for you guys today for this FriYAY with my Sayers of Nay. I'm sorry I didn't have enough time to get a game this week. And it's been March break here, as you guys know. So I haven't been doing as much as I hoped. Like the Dr. Benny stream was something that I had put together and was sitting waiting for about a week. So I haven't been able to do as much stuff this week as I usually would, because, you know, I've been doing other things. So I'm sorry about that, but I do have a game on the docket that I am hoping we can play next Friday. So make sure you don't miss. See, I can't talk anymore. That's why this needs to end. Make sure you don't miss next week when we are going to be playing a game, a really fun one. Maybe I'll get a few ready. We'll see how it goes and what the week brings us. Have an amazing rest of your FriYAY, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend. Be sure to check the community tab. I am posting stuff on there at least a few times a day. Information about manipulation tactics and theories about cults, along with information about cults that are out here. And I also post up videos in case I release a video this weekend. You never know what the weekend holds, you know. So stay tuned to that. And I will see all of you Monday for MLM Monday, when we're going to be taking a look at what other MLMs have the OnPassive people been signing up to and what are they all about. I love all of your faces. Thank you so much for being here with me, especially if you were here for all of it. Shout out to the replay crew, especially if you made it to the end. And like always, we're in it to win it.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellish, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call. Hey.
Friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or sighing, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3-minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but
yeah.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellish, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there.
Have an amazing weekend. I love all your faces.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's down there.
My name is Ash Mufar, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Kaya.